No,
When we started the show, fuck. I was going to say something I can't say in the show.
What?
Can we start over?
Wait, you were going to say something that you couldn't say for everybody to hear.
Correct.
Can't you just give us a sanitized version?
Was it racist, sexist, misogynist?
No, I don't talk like that even off the air. So
you're right. You know what? I'll tell you what. Both you guys are very good about that. That is one thing that I've noticed with my other. No. Listen. So I was out golfing with some guys, and it's amazing how sometimes when guys are talking, they say things that you're just like, oh wow, that was intense.
It's just locker room talk.
Yeah, but you're like wow. I can't say I'm good, but I'm a lot better than I was. Where I would say I wasn't the best person in the world. I think I'm a better person, and then I hear people say things, and it's like, oh damn, even.
Wow, it's kind of weird. Like,
bad.
I mean, I got a high tolerance for everything, but even like sometimes not. I can't pinpoint anything specific, but like sometimes these trips you're on the course with people and you hear them say stuff, and I get a little bit uncomfortable, or I definitely don't want to join in the conversation.
Right.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
That's the main thing. Like, I mean, you can't help but hear it, and if they turn to you, you just go, you just kind of give a neutral look. But yeah, I definitely don't want to join in or partake of it, or
I'm going to be suffering.
Exacerbate it, or
I'm going to go through that on
encourage
Friday.
it. Yeah.
On Friday, I'm going to be with a group.
So you got to be the bigger person. You got to be the bigger.
No,
person.
It's not about being a bigger person. It's just like I'm going to be surrounded by knuckleheads, and it's all going to be like political talk, and it's all going to be on the opposite side of the aisle that I'm on, and it's going to be over the top, and it's going to be ridiculous, and there's going to be beers, and I just got to sit there and go,
yeah. And it's probably going to get worse if there's beers.
Well, you know what the problem with America is? Those people. I was like, well,
what about
you?
What about them people?
Yeah, what about you?
You know who you are? They're those. You're them.
It just sucks because these are friends from high school, and it's not. I mean, we never talked politics when we were all close friends.
Right.
When you're younger, you don't talk about that shit. I mean, I always voted. But I never. I
always figured everybody. See, I never ask. Okay, so there's things I never ask. Like, I don't talk about people's work unless I'm forced to. Like, if I just meet somebody. Like, I was playing with Pete's buddies yesterday, and we didn't have a lot to talk about. So I didn't do the how many kids do you have? What do you do for a job? Blah 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 and stuff. But yeah,
you talked about normal things.
But for the most part, I'm pretty sure most of my friends, in general, kind of think the same way I think. For the most part.
Not everyone I've met that you know.
Right. And then all of a sudden, the Trump thing started. And then all of a sudden, it's like people just went off it's like 2016, everybody just went off the deep end.
It's like zombie apocalypse. Yeah. It's like, it's like one of those zombie movies where it's like it's like a rage virus. They get a virus and they just become the complete lunatics. Like their blood, like their temperature goes up to like 200 degrees and they just start running around eating people.
Don't you think and wish, because I just drove by my friend's house yesterday. Actually, Kelly and I walked by their house, and they have two huge Trump signs out front. They're like 2 blocks from me. And don't you think, I mean, I wish I didn't know that. Like, I wish people wouldn't advertise. I don't advertise. I don't want to know. Well,
let me
why does he want everyone to know?
Yeah, and here's a question. I mean, out of all the things... Is that? I mean, let's just say hypothetically.
Go ahead. Don't worry, Teddy.
You love whatever. I mean, insert whatever politician you love, whatever party you love. You love it so much that you have to go out of your way to get a sign and put it in front of your house where you live.
On your car, in front of your house.
I mean, house is worse.
I mean,
at least with the car, you can drive away and chances are no one's going to follow you home. But when someone sees in front of your house, like, okay, this person lives here, and then, I mean, not that, I'm just saying, why would you even put yourself in that position? Okay, we get it. You vehemently love this more than anything itself, where you have to let everybody know about it. But how is that affecting the rest of us? I mean, we're not going to come over to your side of the fence. If we're vehemently opposed to, say, your position, you putting a sign there isn't going to, so I'm just curious what the intent is of that. Like, what's the intent of that?
I have no idea.
We should ask him.
But Mark, you do advertise.
We should bring a sign person.
Every week.
We need to bring a sign person onto the show.
On the show?
Yeah.
That's why I hate doing the show. I mean, otherwise I would never talk about this. We have to talk about something. I have to fill the air. I have to respond. It is what it is. Otherwise, you would hear radio silence from me.
But I think
we can't have radio silence on the podcast.
I know.
That would be the kiss. That would be the kiss of death.
I don't go out and talk about this elsewhere.
Yeah. No, neither do we. I mean, but I think part of it is the hilarity of it, right? I mean, honestly, honestly, I haven't really paid attention to politics at all. And then since Trump gets in, he's just said so many crazy things. It's fucking hilarious.
But it is funny. But
it is funny.
It's funny because Oh, by the way, the vice presidential debate is tonight.
Yes,
I was just
it
going to
is.
mention that. So
Oh,
that
yes, it
That
is.
should be semi-amusing.
Come on.
I'll
Are
YouTube.
you
I'll
kidding
YouTube
me?
it. I'll YouTube it later. So.
You know, they had to give J.D. Vance a chair to sit in and not a couch because he'd be turning around humping that thing, right?
I just heard a little bit about the story. I don't know the details, but I've gleaned some information.
But you know he's going to say something really weird. He's a really everything he does is exactly like a guy you would never hang out with.
Yeah.
You would never like oh man, he's just creepy. What does he do? I mean, he just stares at people weird. He does
make a lot of mistakes when he talks. He's not a good public speaker.
No,
like
he's not.
He said just the other day, he points his wife and he says, "And I'm lucky to be a great wife to this woman and a great father to these children." He called himself the wife. He just got it all mixed up.
Okay, and we've seen him dressed as a woman. Maybe all these slips aren't slips. Maybe that's
a weird
reality.
slip.
It's a cry for help.
Maybe not a cry for help, but maybe he's trying to say, listen, I honestly, he called Trump a Nazi. He called him Hitler. Right?
He had a change of heart since then.
And all this. He said all this stuff. Maybe after a while now, he's part of this. He's just like, you know what? I'm just I can't do this anymore.
No, I think he just made a mistake because he's looking at his wife and he said wife instead of husband. So just to get back to your point, how you said what, but you do advertise, Mark, because we talk about it on the show. But the funny thing is, this is a safe place, right? Because I could say dumb shit and I could be completely wrong, and then the show's over with.
Yes.
And you two are bigger idiots than me, so you don't correct me and I don't correct you, so we're all equally.
Well, actually, he's a fool and I'm an imbecile. So
no,
please.
you're not bigger idiots. We're all idiots here. So I say things that are.
Idiots.
I mean, I'll go home and listen to it on the show or end the show, and I'm like, I can't believe I just said that. I'm so fucking wrong. And then, but it's like a safe place. We could say whatever fuck we want. We move on to the next show.
Is it a safe space, Mark?
You know what? I assume. See,
Or did I mark a little notch under the desk every time you mess something up?
So that's the funny thing.
I don't fear you, Ted.
No one. Ted,
I mean,
Ted, no one
seriously.
does. The only thing you could do, Ted, that would actually scare us would be to hit a golf ball near us, and for us not to be.
And then we press a
duck.
button, and then you just get ejected.
But no, it's so funny because when we get all this feedback, people will correct you guys. But then if I do something wrong, they're really mean to me. They're just really mean. It's like there's no like, oh, you know what? It was pretty simple. You obviously meant to say this, or it was funny when Mark said that, or funny when Ted said that. And it's just me. It's just like you know what? You've been a dick. You've been a dick to Ted this entire time. You know that? Yeah. I'm surprised Ted doesn't get up and slap you every
you know
show.
what? We need a villain. We need a villain for ratings, just like the
please,
Golden
please.
Bachelorette.
Well, here, I'll
Just
help
like the
you.
Golden Bachelorette, we need a villain.
You're the villain, Ted.
Oh, I'm
No,
the
me.
No.
No, me. So here, I'll make it a little more villain. For all the people that sent us shit about how great Star Wars is and how right Mark was with his movie, fuck you all. Star Wars is terrible.
See, this is the other thing, too. Ladies and gentlemen, dims and days. Matt never, and I mean ever, I'm not saying he's never, he's done it before, but he might as well never have done it because it's so few and far in between the feedback that Ted and I get from anybody who listens to this show. We don't hear any of this. What you're saying right now is the first time we're hearing this.
What? I told you people love you. I told you that all
That's
the time.
not
I've
what I
told it
want
on-
to hear. I want to hear like feedback, like when on Ted's tips. Like, did somebody like Ted's tips? Or
Oh, everyone
my
loves
movie
Ted's
mentioned.
tips.
Did
They
somebody,
love-
does somebody like that movie?
They love
like
your
you're
movie
saying right now.
mentions.
You said so.
Here,
Somebody. So the majority of our listeners agreed with me on that Star Wars.
Yes.
Origin story.
Yes, because they're fucking stupid. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. I said it.
Actually, I prefer the term misguided.
Can you expand on that instead of saying what you just said?
What? They love the movie.
So the feedback was positive.
First of all, yes.
Which one? There's
Of
12.
course it
There's
was.
12.
So
of,
Ted-
there's 12 of them.
So no.
I'm just egging
here.
him on is all.
Yeah, fuck you guys. Yeah. Oh, the whole series is great. Oh, a couple of movies here and there, and then the standalones and this and that. I was like, no, it's terrible.
Okay. Well, you're gonna
After
love
the
my
first
movie. You're gonna
three
love
when
my
I was a
movie
kid.
mentioned tonight.
After the first three when I was a kid, the rest of them all eat balls. Yeah, they all eat balls.
Spaceballs?
And here, and I'll tell you right now, a movie mentioned our tip for today. The guy says that he loved him and his girlfriend watched the First Man movie that you mentioned. They said they loved it.
Oh, First Man with
With Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, and funny, I was playing with Pete yesterday, and he had just listened to the show with that on, and he said he loved that movie.
Oh, he saw it too.
Yeah. Yeah, he said a great movie mention. Loved the movie. It was awesome.
I would have thought he saw that before I mentioned it, but
I don't remember if he said he saw it beforehand and just agreed with you that it was great, or
he
that
probably
he saw it
did.
after.
Pete's got some. He sees some good movies.
Well, you know what? If he saw Star Wars, fuck him too. I don't care. I honestly, I don't care. All right, Ted, we need an update on your workout.
Yeah, so I already did workout number 2. And
Why
I
are
was
you
and I
laughing?
was going to do workout number 3 tonight, but obviously I have prior commitments.
See, that's why this. See,
So it's
The show
interfering.
ruins it.
It's interfering.
The show is ruining
interfering-
Ted's life.
it ruins everything.
I would have a 6-pack right now, Mark, if it wasn't for this.
I agree. Six-pack of
Six-pack of-
fucking Crown Royal.
Yeah,
Can.
I was going to say a 6-pack
So,
of beer.
so I'm going to work out tomorrow, and so the plan is I got about 5-6 exercises. I'm doing a 5x5 routine, and so after the third workout tomorrow, I'm going to go up in weight on each one of those exercises, whatever's comfortable for me, and just
So you're
keep-
just going to start bulking? You're not going to do a cut exercises, Ted? You're just going to get huge? You're going to get
no,
swole?
not going to get not going to get swole.
That'd be so awesome. Could you imagine us going out and then we're sitting around and instead of talking about sports or whatever it is we talk about, I don't even know what we talk about.
I don't remember anything we talk about.
Yeah, honestly,
nothing. If someone asked me what we talked about last time, I'd be like,
I have no concept. I honestly have no concept. Oh, for sure you've mentioned stocks with dividends.
oh,
Selling your places.
yeah,
That's been on the market for 10 years.
yeah.
Where?
Okay,
Not
yeah.
on the show.
No, when we go to the bar.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of all the things Teddy talks about. We obviously get into sports, and then Ted randomly does this. In 1968, this guy hit 42 home runs. Yeah, the last one was actually out of the park, and it hit a guy and killed him. And I'll be like, that's bullshit.
Oh.
And then I look it up, and it's exactly what happened.
On a lighter note, I guess Jared Goff is the only quarterback. He went 18 for 18
Saw
last
that last night.
and no one's ever done that before. I guess before that, the record was 10 for 10, like with at least 10.
Yeah, that was awesome.
with 10 attempts, 18 for 18 with like 300 yards, and they won the game.
290-something yards, yeah.
Here's what
And he
I
caught a
want.
touchdown too.
But here's what I want to hear about Ted's workouts. I'm not interested in your workout
Yeah.
and your progress. I'm interested in the gym.
Yo, I'm
The
gonna tell you about that.
politics
Yeah.
and the weirdos
Yeah.
in that
So anyway,
fucking gym.
I've done a little reconnaissance. Obviously, I don't know anybody there, and obviously, since I'm the weakest person there and the most out of shape person there, of course, I try to keep a very small profile. But based on the chatter I hear, my of the guys in there who are younger, stronger guys, they're either cops, firefighters, or they install shit. They're just like something construction related, contractors. Because I hear about guys saying we got this, we're gonna put this in, we got to be there at 8:00, and and you could just hear. And then a lot of talk about country music concerts and seats that we're gonna get.
Shut
and,
up. No
I'm
way.
not kidding. So
So you're making it sound like they're
Teslas.
just big, dumb, white hillbillies.
I didn't say that.
That's
I
what you're
just-
making it sound like.
I got to go to that
who
gym.
happen
So
to be first responders.
Yeah. Thank you for your service.
I want to deeply apologize to anybody in the gym.
Wait, first responders
I just don't wanna get beat up.
or they install things. Yeah.
I just don't want to get beat up, guys. All right.
That's going to happen day 3. You're going to get picked on, Ted. You are going to be a target.
God, could you imagine if they tape Ted to a machine or something like that?
Oh well, they won't because I don't use machines
Why not?
unless they force me to go to a machine and take me to it.
Why don't you use machines?
Like I said, I have a routine. That routine does not involve machines.
This is just like golf. So Ted is a terrible golf. We figured this out the other day. He's the person who golfs the most of anybody I've ever seen,
That's
and is
not
as bad as he
not-
is.
Okay, well maybe that's
Everyone has gotten better, is better, or has gotten better.
Not me.
Well, yeah, Ted plays a ridiculous amount of golf with me, a ridiculous amount.
I actually don't golf
for
that
you
much.
to su-
maybe
Golf
once a
3
week.
days a week.
Once a week.
No.
Ted, stop it. Just stop it. You golf way too much to suck. And that's the thing that gets me. So when you start talking about working out and you have a routine already, you haven't worked out in 10 years,
Yeah.
but you've already figured out that there's only 5 things you need to do, and none of them are machines.
Yeah.
It makes me think that something bad is going on at your weird hillbilly gym.
I'm just trusting the process.
The middle of
trusting
Chicago.
the process.
The middle of Chicago, and it's a weird hillbilly gym. You found that one.
I didn't say hillbilly. We got a lot of alphas walking around
Are there any women at all?
with a few betas. I think I saw one woman one time.
I know, like
One woman one
You've
time.
only been in there twice,
I
Ted.
know.
What the
I know.
fuck?
I know.
I've been in there 3 times.
I know like 4 people that work out there.
Do you really?
Yeah, and 2 of them I have their numbers. I'm gonna.
So text them. Hey, you guys got any new weird people? Oh, there's one guy.
Oh, that's it. I mean, I guarantee you.
Oh man, that would be. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll take I'm going to find out when you're working out. I'm going to I'll go take a tour of the gym, and then I'll egg on some of the construction workers or installer people. I'll be like, hey, who's the little victim guy who looks like he wants to have sex in the bathroom?
Some of the local wildlife you're gonna.
Oh, they don't
inflame
have a
their
bathroom.
tensions?
There's no bathroom.
No,
there.
there's 2 bathrooms. Oh, darn it, I just gave it away.
Ted's been molested in both of them.
But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put something on the back of Ted's car to make him a target, like a bumper sticker or something, like a big penis, something.
Well, I was
something
just gonna
embarrassing.
say,
How about
I was
just
just
an
gonna say-
eggplant? How about an
yeah, a
eggplant?
Biden or Kamala Harris
something.
bumper
Just
sticker
something,
would probably
something
do
that's
that.
going to really grind their gears at the gym.
I hate people who install things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love people with stuff.
No, you know what? You know what?
911's a joke in my town.
was just
That's
gonna
a
say-
sticker I'm going to put on the back of your car.
Yeah. You say, what's your favorite song, Ted? Fuck the police. What? No.
I love first responders and installation people.
All right. And I would like to apologize really fast before we get too far into this. Did I kill Pete Rose?
No, I'm Dr. Death. I'm the one that brought it up. We started talking about Pete Rose because of me.
Yeah, didn't we talk about Pete Rose like just 2 weeks ago?
You killed Pete Rose?
I've been doing this
thank
for...
God. I thought it was me.
Okay, you do realize that in the last 7 days, Chris Christopherson, Pete Rose, Dikembe Mutombo,
You didn't talk about Dikembe Mutombo.
John Amos, Frank Fritz, John Ashton from Beverly Hills Cop, and Maggie Smith from the Harry Potter films have all died in 6 days. So Chris Christopherson, you know who he is. You
Yeah,
know
we
Pete
all
Rose,
know.
Dikembe. John Amos was the dad on Good Times.
Yeah, Good Times.
Oh, yeah.
Frank Fritz.
Remember
Frank
when
Fritz-
Louis was like a damn? That was the husband. John
Frank
Amos.
Fritz is from American Pickers, and John Ashton was the older cop on Beverly Hills Cop. They've all died in the last 5 days.
Oh, the heavy guy?
yeah.
Oh,
Don't
Bill-
they-
not Billy.
I thought-
He was the one
Correct,
who,
yeah.
who
This
always
was,
was shitting on Billy. Oh, I liked him
Clampert
so
or
much.
whatever his name.
I thought it's supposed to come in threes. I thought celebrity deaths come in
No,
threes, but this is
it's
a
17.
This is a 6-pack. We just got a 6-pack.
I think we got a 6-pack, right? Was that 6?
Wow.
So we need to open up the segment. You know, like this segment's interesting, but the segment about what happens when an important person dies, like when people lose their fucking mind. You know, like excuse my language. There was
7.
Well, that's 7 people.
No, but I'm saying
some
like,
of them are
no, but I'm
important.
something like really important. Like I'm talking like I don't even want to mention names, but like think of like the most popular entertainer in the world right now.
Oh, they're important.
If they well, not important to me, but important to somebody.
Okay. So without a doubt, the most important, the biggest entertainer, the most famous entertainer in
Yeah.
the world is.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
So-
there's no doubt about it.
So let's just say,
I don't care who
let's
you
just
are.
say she was on her charter plane and it was the Buddy Holly special, and she was flying from one concert venue to another, and it just went down over the Atlantic like JFK's plane, and that was the end of it. I mean, people they would stop every
JFK didn't die in a plane crash
JFK
in the
Jr.
ocean.
JFK Jr. did, yeah. You know why? Because they stopped the U.S.
You
No,
didn't say
that,
Junior.
That was an
I'm sorry,
actual.
Junior, yeah.
So
He was
from
flying
what
his own
they
plane.
said,
He was flying his own.
I know.
Yeah.
I was alive. I remember that in the news.
They,
No,
they stopped watching the U.S. Open.
if you
because of
watch
that.
the Zapruder film much slower, it is a plane that crashes into JFK.
Well, when you say JFK, you think of
Junior, excuse me.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
On a lighter note, RFK Jr. If you heard this, so I guess he was getting
Still alive?
Yeah.
That's kind of sad.
Apparently, he didn't drive his mistress off a bridge in Chappaquiddick like like the other Kennedy did.
Teddy
So,
Kennedy, his uncle
Teddy.
Ted.
Yeah. So, and by the way, he stayed in the Senate forever until he croaked. You know, he died while
Yeah,
in office.
because you know why? Because I've realized it. We are an extremely stupid people, and this
he was
is
a
why.
drunk.
But hold on a second. This is why it got me. Advertising. I'm watching all the sports and everything, and I'm watching all these commercials. And if that stuff is getting us to buy things, what I see on TV, we are very, very stupid, and we need to get smarter.
I don't buy. I buy everything off Instagram now.
It's not any better.
It's a
It's
click
the
of a button,
same.
dude. I mean,
but
pay,
it's the same thing.
Pay.com, Apple Pay,
It's just
PayPal.
it's-
So you heard what happened. So RFK Jr., I guess he interviewed with this, like, she was like an attractive younger journalist who was like obviously 40 years younger than him. He's like 70. She was like 30. And I guess somehow it wasn't a physical relationship, but she ended up sending him like sexting like nudes of her or semi, her.
So he's a winner.
No,
So maybe he should have stayed.
No,
as president.
so the funny thing is, like, it was only found out because I guess he bragged about it to his friends, and then it got back to the editor of the magazine that she worked, and then she, of course, had to be quote unquote let go because of that.
So what a dumbass. So did he have a chance to bang her?
I don't know, but I'm saying, he's acting like a 10-year-old. It's like, he's like
First boobs on a screen, man.
Never seen a woman before, so when he gets like 70. So it's just weird. I'm just saying it's weird how it got discovered because he blabbed about it. You would think it would be her, like saying, oh, guess what? I've been having a sexting episode with a high-level, well-known politician, but it was him who kind of blew the whistle on it.
It's the worm in the head, Ted. The worm in the head makes you do really stupid shit.
Yeah.
Like a 30-year-old girl thinks you're hot and wants to send you naked pictures, right?
Oh, speaking of worms, where's my mezcal?
I'll bring that to you, man.
Oh, man.
Are we golfing at some point? We'll talk about that later, but I'll bring your mezcal.
Yeah, maybe not talk about it on the show.
No.
We'll just not talk about our plans for golf.
Talk about mezcal
on the show.
I had it. I got the red bottle.
All right.
I was just worried that you gave it to me and it's missing.
No,
because
I
we
saw
were
that.
watching a show on Mescal on 60 Minutes, and I'm like, hey, Ted gave me.
Wait, 60 Minutes did a show on tequila.
Yeah, it's,
Wow,
it was really good.
That's really gone downhill.
Why?
I thought
Isn't
they were
it really-
supposed to do like groundbreaking stuff.
60 Minutes? No, they do. It's a news story
Yeah.
show. They do,
And they did
do
it on
stories
tequila.
different. Well, sort of. Yeah, it's about the industry and how it's taken. It was really interesting. It was a really good
okay.
segment. Real good, actually.
Okay. I haven't watched 60 Minutes in 20 years.
Oh, I watch it every
Yeah, since
Sunday.
we used to watch we used to do dinner. This was the big one. Sunday dinner. And it was right around 6 o'clock on Sunday.
I'm Morley
right?
Safer.
And you had to be home. You had to be back from wherever you were,
Yeah.
and you couldn't leave early.
I'm Leslie Stahl.
And that was on all the time. We watched 60 Minutes all the time.
It's like
It's as good as it's ever been.
No, it's like SNL. It was interesting for a hot minute, and now it's just like
why do you guys say such stupid shit? Honest to God, why would you say something? You haven't seen it. Like you,
There is no way 60 Minutes is still good.
it's as good as it's ever been. It's very interesting. It's well produced. It's well written. The storylines. I mean, it's pretty much for
Where
the
they do
most part.
tequila and how breasts are getting
Okay,
bigger.
yeah.
What, I mean,
that's what they were doing. Yeah, I mean, like one of them fucking
I'm Dan Rather.
That's what
Our
CPS is
boobs
plugging
getting
millions
bigger.
of dollars into.
wasn't Barbara Walters on that? Barbara Walters was on that for a while, right? On 60 Minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what was it? What was I reading? That Hoda and Kathy Lee show.
Hoda, they were
She
paying that.
quit.
Hoda, yeah, they were paying that woman
That woman.
Hoda Kalb
Yeah.
$20 million a year, and I think she quit because they were gonna like not give her a raise.
Didn't she quit because her shoes are taken off?
I have no idea, but
does-
rumor has it she
Oh,
quit.
you said Hoda, not Hoka.
Yeah.
Hoda.
No,
Okay.
no,
Hoda-
yeah.
Hoda
But
Cole.
rumor has it she quit because their viewership, and I can't believe this. It was at some point it was 6 million people a day were watching Kathy Lee and this woman talk.
Yeah.
Okay, and then it's gone down over the course of like the last 2 years. It's gone down to like half, and so I guess
Still a lot of people.
it's still an inordinate amount of people.
I can't imagine. Like I said, I think
what
I've
could
seen,
those two women
I've
say
seen,
on a
I think,
regular
you know, I
basis
get-
that would make
I
you
get-
want to listen?
I get them confused. I get them confused with.
It's like a hen house.
I get them confused with The View.
And
I always
that's
conflate.
not sexist.
I can-
it's just anybody talking, even if it was Ryan
I
Seacrest or
conflate
guys talking.
I conflate them with The View because those
I can make a
five.
joke.
You got those five horrible
It's a
women
safe
there,
place.
and then you got those two horrible women, but they're obviously different horrible women in different spots.
Listen, and,
That's
and-
what I forget.
And let me just say right now,
It's
if it
different
was
locations.
yeah, if it was five horrible guys,
Yeah.
it would still be the same shit. It's just talking about celebrities and talking about all
Or,
that stuff.
or politics, like you
right?
said, just
But yeah, but I couldn't believe this. So they cut it in the viewership got cut in half, and now they want to cut her salary, or
Which
they're
makes-
not going to
which
give
makes-
her a
yeah.
raise or whatever.
So I guess getting to
so she dumped out.
Yeah, so
Which
I
I
mean,
like.
talk about an elitist snob. So you're making $20 million, and I know in her world, her little bubble that she exists in, she feels probably like the victim. But I mean, it's to like a normal person making like say $50,000-$60,000 a year, which isn't even middle class
Yeah,
anymore.
but you can't do that. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't compare those two things. I
No,
just
but-
think it's hilarious that someone turns in to listen to the two of them, and that's anything. And this goes with sports talk too. I see it on.
Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah.
Why would every day you turn in
We
and
could
they
start-
get to
we could-
talk
we-
about
we-
football?
We could do
or
sports talk right
baseball
now.
or
I
basketball.
don't know anything about anything. We can get on right now and we could fake it. I could just read the names and say, yeah, this guy went out for a 20-yard screen and yeah, won the game and they did better
Worst
than they
player
did.
ever.
Exactly.
Worst player ever. You know who's like my favorite thing? Like in golf, I watch way too much golf on TV, but the guys always do this. I'll tell you right now, best iron player in the game. Then 10 minutes later, guy hit a great shot. He goes, I'll tell you right now, best iron player in the game. And then they just make outrageous. Everything's the best, or they're at an all-time low.
It's
That's
like it's like best coffee, like world's best coffee. Everywhere you go.
very pretentious.
He's probably got iron covers. That's what makes him so good.
Oh my God, that was so funny. I wish I could. I wish I could share that. All right,
I
let
know,
me do
I
this.
know somebody who got new clubs and they all came with iron covers. Yeah,
no,
Don.
Send them that.
Yeah,
Dude, it's hilarious, dude. I golfed with him.
If
I'm
you
like,
use
oh,
yeah.
fuck, dude. Every shot, he's got to take an iron cover off.
Yeah, if
Then
you
he's
have
gotta go
iron
put it
covers,
on
if you're playing golf and you have covers for your irons
for every single club.
for every single club, you know what? I'm gonna slap you. So just don't ask me to play, and you should be slapped by your friends. All right, this is the Real Three Idiots podcast, and happy National Fruit at Work Day. So say hi to all the gay people at work and do something nice for them. Wait, is that not what it was?
I think.
all the happy people.
I
think fruit is a derogatory,
and that's not funny.
yeah, I
That's not funny. It was actually, I guess, actual fruit at work day is bring some fruit and eat it at work. which seems like a stupid. I mean, they are really honestly, and every day when I look this stuff up, every day has like 10 things, and they just get stupider and stupider. You know what else today is? National Black Dog Day.
Ooh, wasn't that a song by Led Zeppelin? Black Dog.
Yeah, but I mean, look,
Hey, Mama said the way you move.
oh, that's it too. Oh man,
No.
yeah. But it's so weird. Like all the things that people want to celebrate, and give a national day, and this has to be voted for or something. It just seems really weird to me.
What happened to our fucking theme songs, man?
You know what? Oh,
You just gave
okay.
up
You want
on
some
that.
feedback on that? Everyone hated it.
Yeah, of course.
Fuck you.
Well, the way you were doing it was just asinine. We should pick a song and open the show with it, like a normal podcast.
Okay.
That has great ratings and viewership.
Listenership.
So you're saying someone other,
Okay.
other than us? So someone
No, actually, we
So
have-
we need to, as the
have
three of us, we
great
need to pick a
listenership,
song.
But I mean, we're not like Joe Rogan.
yeah.
Well, fuck Joe Rogan. We're not as stupid as he is.
Or we're
either.
not like the Cheese Podcast.
Oh yeah.
fucking
That's
Jesus.
another level.
That is. I mean, it's
Great.
just a,
The only reason they exist is because of their theme song.
it is a great thing. So, listen, I'll challenge you guys. Find some theme songs.
Theme song could make or break anything. I mean, you're
can.
right. Like a theme song.
I say we
mean,
do the theme
Right.
song from Hill Street Blues.
So it's funny. I was watching.
It's stealing. We would need to come up with something unique
Yeah.
for us.
So it's funny. Like just a quick
you can't
example.
just. You know what's a good one? Let's just do Friends. People
Or
think it's Friends.
Barney Miller. I love that theme song.
No, it's come up with something
Miller.
original.
Wait, what was Barney Miller theme song?
was just-
Barney
It was just
Miller.
no. There was no lyrics.
What about
like,
Kojak?
Hill Street Blues didn't have any.
Or a Beretta.
It's just music.
Kojak or Beretta. Beretta.
Oh, don't go
Da-da-da-da-da.
where the cold winds don't blow. Don't do it.
Dude can't do the crime.
Yeah, don't do the crime if you can't do the time. Oh, see, you're dead.
That was kind of a cool one.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Now I see it. Now I see it. I needed Ted to really explain it to me, but yes.
Or LSD to open up your mind. But that's not
No,
it.
but
I know.
that-
I
it
know.
does make
I
sense.
know. I mentioned a bunch of old sitcoms, so I just read somewhere that everybody in the Brady Bunch was banging each other. They all hooked up. Every one of them. The guy that played Greg Barry. What's his name? He said that at some point or another, everyone hooked up on some level or another.
Yeah, and you know why he says that? Because it makes people pay attention to something that,
It happened back
way back
50
in the
years
day.
ago.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, theme song. Laverne and Shirley. Our Way. Make all our dreams come true for me. I like that one. Come on.
I don't remember Laverne and Shirley theme song.
I'll find it for you. I'll find it for you.
You do?
Oh yeah, God yeah.
So
It was
so
famous.
the concept would be to steal a
No,
show,
no,
recording
no, no,
or
we're
song
just gonna,
from something
we're gonna
old.
reappropriate it and update it and reconstitute it.
We're
and
going to
bring
add
back
water to
life.
it. We're going to add water. So we're going to take the Laverne and Shirley song, add water to it. Bam, that's our song.
Or we could just do the 60 Minutes theme song.
Yes, tick, tick, tick. Actually, that's a good one.
That's it.
Except
Fine,
it's go-
I'll-
instead of tick, 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 we'll go tick, tock, tick, tock, so there's no copyright infringement.
I will say it right now. I am fine if you guys can come up with a song.
Yeah, but we can't take a jam box and stick it in front of the mic and say, "Oh, here's our theme song."
Well, you figure out a better way to do it because I don't know how things
Okay.
work.
Podcasting is not new.
Right.
Elizabeth Gomez, she has a theme song to open her show.
We'll find out what she
Okay.
did and steal the idea.
I mean, I think that they just are smarter than us. They know how to
Yeah.
produce it. They
Mark,
she actually
Mark.
produces it and then they
Yeah,
edit and they
that's-
do all
yeah,
this-
exactly. So you
Yeah.
find out what she did, you steal her idea, and you find someone smarter than you, and you just copy them.
Yeah.
It's not rocket
If
science.
we
I
hold
think
on a
it's a
second.
podcast software, isn't
If
it?
we wait a minute, if we edited this, then we wouldn't leave anything because you guys would constantly be like, "Don't say that. Don't leave that in there. It makes me sound like this." Or Ted would be like,
well, editing doesn't necessarily mean you're taking things out.
"I don't want to add things either. Adding seems
Well, it's
wrong."
Not, it's not adding things either. It's just like creating an ebb and flow to the show. Like I don't know. I mean, I don't know how it works. I just know that editing doesn't necessarily mean you're cutting something or adding something. It's
That's
making-
exactly what editing. I think that's exactly what editing means.
No, it's a production. Maybe I'm using it wrong. Produce. You could produce it. You produce the show. You record it, and then there's a production aspect to it.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of work, man.
Well, yeah.
But I
it
do,
does seem like a lot
Well,
of work.
it is a
I
lot
do
of
agree.
work.
Like a theme song before
Nothing
we even
worth
start
doing
speaking.
is
Yeah.
easy.
Before we start speaking, a theme
Yeah,
song.
it is. I take a shit every day. It's easy.
A theme song right before we start speaking might be a good idea because then they're associate. Because people do associate music with something. A
Yeah, I
certain
know
event.
that, Ted. I know how it's
called-
Oh my God, dude! What are
It's
you?
called
what are you-
marketing.
Look at you talking down it.
It's
Like
called marketing.
that's marketing to you.
Ted,
A theme
there's
song
Ted
is
shitting in
marketing.
my face. You know,
and
sometimes
calling it a Sunday.
Yeah, you know, sometimes when people walk into a bar, they keep their pants on.
Do you realize what comes out of your mouth sometimes?
No.
What is going through your mind right now when you're looking at him, explaining to him
Shitbagging.
why a theme song before we start talking would be a good
Ted,
idea?
I get it.
And how it
or
benefits the show.
might be a bad idea.
Ted, I get it.
Or we could just talk about more interesting things.
We could have a theme song that's so bad that as soon as it goes on, people just tune off.
and we just go
Yeah.
bankrupt.
Yeah.
So 0 minus 0 would still leave us with 0. Okay, got
All right,
it.
fuck it.
Yeah.
And you know what? And here's the thing: if we have a theme song, that's just time it takes away from
Because people want to hear us. You know, the bottom line is people want to hear us. They don't want to hear silly songs.
me. Not you
It
so
could
much.
be like 30 seconds or 20
That's
seconds.
30 seconds that we're depriving our loving fan base of us.
Right.
That's
I mean,
30 seconds too long,
That's
Mark.
30,
You have to
30 more
30 seconds
seconds
too
of
long.
Ted interrupting somebody.
That's 30 seconds.
He,
too long.
you know, he would
30.
interrupt a theme song. You know he would. You know he would. All right. We got to do Ted's tips because this is one thing that people actually pay attention to and really enjoy. As long as I think it's mostly because I'm not talking. That's why I honestly believe that. All right.
Such
So
a vic- such a-
before we
such a
get to our
victim.
sponsor, Mark, you have a poem for us.
I do.
All right. Let's hear it.
Remember what Eddie said. I don't mind stealing tips from the mouth of Teddy, yeah. But Jimmy cracked corn and Ted don't care. Who would? With that head of hair. Ted can't complain he dumped Elaine way back in grade pain, which is to say, Teddy's back. Mm-mm. Tips a friend. Mm-mm. Teddy's back. Teddy's back. To put the show on the map and call it a tic-tac-tip success. Teddy, let's end this nonsense and let your assuming reign less because it's tip more so you don't have to confess unless, psych. Ladies and gents, she's and hims, theys and thems, it's time for Ted's tips.
Damn.
It's like so cutting edge and edgy, you know. So this is like when the opening act at a rock concert is better than the actual act. That's what I feel like. I feel like no matter what I say now, I can't compete with that.
Radio edit. We're going to edit
so
that
Mark,
out,
you need to
Ted.
take it down. You need to take it down a notch and make me look better than I really am somehow. I know it's going to be
No,
hard.
I agree. I agree, Ted. Everything you say after Mark's poem is probably shit.
It's like having Jimi Hendrix open for me, and I don't play the guitar. I'm like, oh.
All right, I'm blushing.
Oh, no, that was really good. Okay, Ted's Tips is brought to you by the folks at Number One Pencils. Just because we have cell phones, tablets, and computers doesn't mean you still don't need pencils. A good pencil is more than just something you write with. You can catch a fish, fight off a criminal, or lots of other life-saving things. Don't be like everyone else. Be special and get yourself lots and lots of pencils. Before you know it, all the pencils will be gone, and you'll be left with a world of pens. Go to numberonepencils.com today or call us. We would love to talk to you about how a good pencil can change your life. Or we can talk about how much pens suck. Number One Pencils, the only place in the world where you can still get pencils.
I actually prefer a pencil over a pen. My handwriting, for some reason, is way better with the pencil. Does that make any sense?
A little bit. I
Totally,
like
I
writing
mean,
with a pencil, but only if it's sharp. As soon as it gets dull, it
Actually,
bothers me.
either way, I don't care. But if I wrote something, a paragraph in pencil and then a paragraph in pen, you would think two different people wrote it.
You seem like that kind of guy.
Could be the eraser factor that you have a chance to erase.
No, not erasing. No.
There is that factor. I have to admit,
You
the
can't
pencil.
make a mistake with a pen, right? Because then you
You
get
can't.
white out.
Remember
well,
when
you
we were-
scratch it out. You scratch it out.
That's-
If you make
yeah.
a mistake with a pen, you just scratch it out. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going in a whiteout.
Yeah, that was the thing. That was the thing that bothered me when the kids, because I was teaching fourth grade, and that's about the time they go from pencils to pens. Right, we're right there.
Yeah.
Right, and then we start writing with pens, and then they would make a mistake, and they couldn't just like I says, oh, hey, if you don't want me to read, just put an X in it. I'll just skip that. No, they had to literally scratch it off the page, like it had to no longer exist as an actual set of letters or whatever it was. It had to be gone.
Wasn't there something satisfying about taking a dull pencil and putting it in the pencil sharpener and it just got and you just left it in there way past the point where it should have been, and then it's just you're gonna see it's gonna get sharper than sharp.
Well, you must have been loaded.
Sharper
You
than
got an
sharp.
electric pencil sharpener?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
And
We're
then-
the big time. What were you? One of those? Were you one of those shitty manual guys? We had to stretch the thing out and.
Yeah.
Or the little one,
I feel sorry
or the little
for you.
handheld one where you did this. It was like this
We
big.
actually have at my house one of those old school ones from like 100 years ago or whatever.
The metal one with the
From
jaws
a-
that you
from-
stretch out.
a legit from like
and
a
you
school.
screw into something.
Yep, but it does not work unless you actually screw it in because it's so powerful that you can't. It's literally impossible to hold it down with the pencil and crank it. It has to be mounted because it's heavy duty.
Oh yeah.
But remember the pens when we were like probably in grammar school that came out with the erasers, erasable ink.
I hated erasable
that?
pens. I remember that. You know what? If there's any writing utensil or anything that has to do with writing that I really despise, it was
Those kind of
fucking
went away.
erasable
Though. Didn't they
pens.
go away?
Because they were stupid. They were.
I thought
there was
Yeah,
something wrong.
They were
with
like they lasted.
No,
for a
there
hot
was
minute.
something wrong with
Yeah,
erasable
lasted
pens.
for a
I'm
hot
telling you
minute.
right now. It was like part of your like
I'm bringing them
existence
back.
erased.
We could be millionaires.
I thought you were bringing sexy back.
No,
Oh.
no. Obviously, pencils are coming back. There's number one pencils.
And the last thing about the electric
Number 2.
the electric pencil sharpener, when you emptied out the shavings, it was very satisfying when it overfilled and you took it out and you just it was nice. It just
That
dumped it.
explains it.
Yeah.
Ted was sniffing the lead.
It was very.
That smell. There was something about that. I mean,
It's
I
like
was
cleaning out. It's like
so-
cleaning out the lint trap in the
You were
dryer. It's just
sniffing
very
the lead
satisfying.
from the pencils.
Yeah, I mean, I did it all through school, and then I became a teacher, and we had those damn things everywhere. And that's that smell of pencil.
It always overfilled, like the thing when
It always
and then
overfilled.
when you pull it out, like the top of it would stick, and it would always like drop off in the little.
And it was a mess.
well
It was
area.
a hell mess.
Yeah.
Anytime he got anything, it was just a hell mess.
I thought it was a hellscape.
Did we already do the tip?
No, we're doing it right now.
So
We're doing
excited
it right now. Okay, here we go. Ted, I have a real problem. I've been dating my girlfriend for almost 2 years, and I really love her. I can only imagine what's wrong with her. Every time I read these, and I have read so many of these. Love my boyfriend, he's great. Love my girlfriend, she's great.
and then passive aggressive.
Right, and then I just keep reading to find out what part of them you don't like.
So
okay?
much so that you have to actually call it in and ask a stranger for advice on how to fix it.
This is never.
I'm
gonna,
not-
this
I'm not
is
a
never going to
stranger.
happen, is it?
I'm not a stranger.
Well, no, the tip? Yeah, it's going to happen. No, Teddy, I don't think, you know what's funny? I don't think that people that send this stuff in think of you as a stranger. I really don't. I mean, if you've listened to
I'm not a-
139 shows
I'm not
or
a
whatever
stranger.
you've listened to,
No, you're like that
there's
weird
a
neighbor.
lot of us.
You're the weird neighbor.
But there's a lot about us that people know that we probably didn't even know we shared.
We're in your bedroom. You might be listening to us while you're sitting on the toilet or in the shower.
Ted's in your bedroom.
We're good with
he's
it.
He's at the end of your
We're
bed.
good with it.
Yeah, he's at the end of your bed with his,
You might be in the office somewhere, shopping at.
How much fun would that be if
Shopping
somebody
at
was,
Albertsons.
instead of being at work, right? So right now, so somebody's listening to this show. They're at work, right, and they're in a meeting. And they got one little earbud in, and it's away from where the boss is looking, right? So nobody can even tell, or they pretend like it's a phone thing, right? Like you fake like you're getting a phone call so you can have it in, and they're just listening to us. And then every once in a while they go like,
Yeah. Or driving to work, or maybe some guy's on his way to propose to his girlfriend and to get
Just
himself
turns
to
around.
get himself pumped up. He puts on the Real Three Idiots.
and then he just turns around. He's like, "Fuck this." Oh well, here, let's get to this and see if it is. Let's see. I really love her. She is fantastic. Oh, this is gonna be bad. I can see it already. About 6 months ago, she wanted to try something new and joined a local comedy group. They practice and put on shows around once a month. My girlfriend is beautiful, witty, gets along with my friends. I get along with her friends. The problem is she is not funny and not a very good actor. She had 2 small shows, and the whole group is pretty bad, and she sucks. I sat through both, and they were painful. She wants to invite all of her friends and all of my friends to her first big show. It's going to be awful, and I don't mean bad, I mean awful. What do I do? She's going to be devastated. Justin, 41, Nashville, Tennessee. And I already mentioned that he said that he loved your movie mention of The First Man. All right, Ted, help Justin because honestly, he's fucked because. Oh, wait, go ahead because I know why I think he's fucked.
Justin, you're in a slight conundrum, but obviously the easiest answer is the most logical. You know, you love your
Kill her.
girl. You love your girl.
Break up with her.
You're going to support her. She's committing social suicide in a kind of a roundabout way. But you know what? You're going to let her do it because you support her. So it's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't. So you could do one of two things. You can not really her friends, but with your friends, you can kind of pre-warn them. Just say, hey, this might not be as entertaining as we might want it to be, but if you could just kind of put on a brave face for her first big show with the group, by the way. So it sounds like she's performing in a group type setting. So it's not really
seems
just
like
her. Yeah, she's not like a solo comic.
What did it say? Local comedy group.
Yeah. So that's the good news. So she's not going up there like Dave Chappelle for like a 2-hour set on Netflix by herself, where it's just her. So she's part of the collective. So if anything, she's going to get punished. She's going to get collectively punished with the rest of her apparently unfunny troupe.
Oh, let's see. The whole group is pretty bad. She sucks.
So
Yeah,
she must. So she's the leader of the suckiness. Apparently, there's
So he's asking Ted how
we should deal with this.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Well, I think the conundrum is she's gotten to the point where she wants to invite everybody to the show, right?
Yeah. So this is the first big show.
So
So
she's
and
under
he's
the impression
afraid-
she's good.
And he's afraid that when they come see the show, they're all going to like head south and not want to be around her anymore.
I don't.
I
I
don't
mean,
think that.
gee, that
Well,
seems a
wait,
little
it
extreme.
sounds like
but-
he's trying to save her some embarrassment. So I mean, here's what I would do. You could do two things. You could just go through with it. Just keep your mouth shut. And here's the thing. It sounds like it's a fad. Obviously, she's not going to be a professional comic. It sounds like a fad that's going to eventually just burn out on its own. You know, obviously, she's not going to the next level. She's not going to be invited to Second City or like on the Jimmy Kimmel show anytime soon. So what? Just let her have her fun. Let her do her thing. And she'll get the feedback, not from you, but from the audience. And then if she does get negative feedback, guess who's there to comfort her? So you're the hero, Justin. You know, she's going to put her head on your shoulder, and now you're just going to be more of that rock of a man support system that she needs. Or if you want to save her from a potential hard landing, it might be risky to do this, but you can go to the collective friends, not necessarily her friends, but your friends, and just say, hey, like I said, pre-warn them that, hey, this might not be the funniest thing you ever saw. But if you could just be kind enough and just show your support, even though it's not funny, just politely, clap when it happens.
trying not to throw up. Or...
And obviously, we can't control what her friends do. Because, actually, that's your out, because her friends are her friends. That's not your responsibility. But for your friends, you could just kind of say to them on the sly, hey, this, like I said, this might not be the greatest show you ever see, but, they're trying the best they can. She really likes it. Just support it. I'll buy you a few drinks afterwards, just between you and me. And just, like I said, it's going to run its course either way. It's not something that's going to be going on. Yeah, so that's my advice.
That's actually the whole thing with his friends and kind of pre-warning them and just being like, be cool. Yeah. That's a pretty cool thing. I did not think of that at all.
Well,
I like that.
I thought for sure you're going to say, before we go, everyone take one of these. Okay? And then before we go in, drink one of these. Okay?
So you're going to drug them and roofie them so that they laugh?
Oh, not drug and roofie. I'm fucking. I mean, you're going to need to alter your state of mind and enjoy the shows. That's what he's saying.
Well, I guess
I
So,
see
I
what
mean,
you're saying. So get them
high as fuck, drunk as hell,
so that they
So,
laugh
I mean,
at everything.
The littlest thing is
No,
the funniest thing in the world.
but actually-
Edible up.
No, actually, the funny thing, I'm that way too. I get the giggles when I'm taking edibles, but
But
one
there are
time-
edibles that do
What
things,
that
right?
will make you laugh at shit that's not funny?
It is. Yeah, I've done that before.
You know what? If there is, please, I'm gonna put a sign up for every show. Please take these before you listen to our show.
I'll give an example of how weird it can hit you to set on a side note. So I remember I was at bowling years ago. I wasn't like even high. I think I was just drinking a little bit, and we were bowling against like an elderly team, and they had their names on the back of their shirt. They were trying really hard, and these guys are from like the like Dick the Bruiser from the 1950s. I remember this guy. He had his name Stinky on the back of his shirt, which is funny of itself. So anyway, he's trying to get his team pumped up, and instead of saying "Who let the dogs out," he said "Who let the dog out," and that's when that song was popular. And like I said, I just literally went into this like laughing convulsion where I couldn't. I had to skip my turn.
Well, it turned out one of the guys' name was Dog.
I had to skip. I had to skip my. I had to just
He
mark.
lost his dog a few weeks ago when he was actually trying to find out who
Who
did
let
it.
it
So he
out.
could
Yeah.
find the damn
I
dog.
let
said
the
just
dog
give me
out.
0 for
Ted thought that was funny.
I said
So,
give me
right?
0
I
for
mean,
the
so
frame.
he should just get everybody lubed.
Yeah,
Lube them up.
So get them all just completely. But here is my thing.
but I've been high and watched comics and I didn't laugh at all. So that's not foolproof. I saw Kevin Hart special on TV one
yeah,
time.
you're
and I was
watching
high.
on
Yeah, Kevin
TV.
Hart's not funny.
Yeah.
Hold on. So here's my the negative part of this, and this is what I thought. Okay, if she gets negative feedback,
which is going to.
well, she
But
might
per him.
Maybe her friends are very cool
Yeah.
and be like, you know what, that was really good, and they're like, oh, I got another thing next week. It's like, well, I'm going to go kill myself, so I won't be there. So,
Yeah.
But if she's bad and she gets negative feedback, it could fall back on him where she says, why didn't you tell me that it wasn't funny?
That's when you just step in and say, baby, it was funny to me. Obviously, comedy's subjective. Obviously, to them, it's objective.
Remember we saw that guy get hit by the car right out in front of the restaurant and we laughed? Okay, so yeah. I mean,
it's
that's
like,
funny.
well,
to me.
it's like the guy who wants to get, I'm saying this in a crass way, but the guy who wants to get in a girl's pants, right? And she goes, "What's your favorite color?" "Mine is blue." "Mine's blue too." You know what I mean? You're gonna say it's unbelievable. We just complete each other's sentences.
Or it could
What do you
ba-
like? Oh my God, I like the same thing. This is amazing.
Or it could backfire because he's already seen her a few times.
right.
And what if he's seen her a few times and he's had almost no reaction while he's in the audience? Then he goes with a group, and all of a sudden, it's fucking hilarious. And then the next time he goes, he's lubed up again. He's high. So now every show from that point on is just funnier and funnier to him. and she thinks she's getting better.
So he could.
So instead of her like taking a turn saying, "Yeah, this isn't working out. I'm going to quit because nobody thinks."
So
it's
unfortunately,
good.
everybody in the audience, all he's got to do is just bring enough drugs for everybody in the audience.
But it's
going to
backfire because then
lit.
she's going to think we must be getting better because we weren't getting any laughs. Now we're getting laughs, and he's going to be like, "But honey, we're all high now. We weren't high at the beginning, but now we're all high as shit."
Well,
Yeah, don't do your honey. Don't do your act right now. Everyone's sober.
So are we?
He's got to get kicked.
So
in.
is he going to spend hundreds of dollars on edibles and weed?
No, Teddy's not going to weed up everybody.
Yeah. So anyway, like I said, the path of least resistance.
That's my tip.
Just
Weed up.
You're obviously can't control her friends, and that'd be too risky. It would be too risky to debrief her friends because they could tell her. So you can only control your friends and just say, I don't know how close your friends are to her or to her or her friends where they might blab, but just kind of pre-warn them, or like I said, just let it run its course. Don't say anything. Just let nature take its course, and Darwin will win.
That's boring.
Let nature take its course.
Yeah, she'll be horrible. And the boo birds will come out. She'll run crying off the stage.
Well, we're assuming she's not going to get better. I mean, practice makes progress. Maybe they do get better.
Well, any chance that he's not funny and he doesn't know that she is funny?
Like if she's a comedic savant, and he's just
No.
too
What if-
stupid to.
but-
Maybe
Yeah.
it's like British humor. He just doesn't get it.
Yeah. What if it's something that he? What if it's something
Some
that
people
he
don't like
just
Monty
doesn't
Python.
get?
That's true. I never got Monty Python. I
See?
mean, if I watched Monty Python, I'd be
It's
just
way
like,
over your head, Ted. Yeah, it's way over your head. Yeah, the
high,
Ministry
Ted.
of Silly Walks.
Take an edible.
And, yeah.
Take an edible and watch it.
Oh my God.
That's the next bumper. That's what I'm gonna put on the back of his car. Bumper sticker.
Just take an edible.
No, just weed up.
Weed up,
weed up.
man. Hey, get wasted.
Just weed up.
All right,
with
so-
a big fucking picture of a marijuana.
That'd be awesome. All right, so Justin, good luck, man.
yeah,
Good luck sitting through that.
in your future endeavors too.
I mean,
And with the comedy shows.
God, but Teddy's right. He could look like the hero, right? If everybody kind of craps on her, she can
She'll-
be like,
she'll-
"Oh, baby,
she'll running back. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, baby, everything's good. I don't know why they didn't laugh.
Yeah, and and here's what you do.
Maybe they have a sense of
yeah,
humor.
And when she kind of gets over it, you gently redirect her attention to another endeavor that doesn't cause public humiliation for her.
Why did you like it so much? I'm high as fuck, baby.
You know me, baby. I'm so fucking stoned. Everything you say is funny. Yeah. Remember when you told me your dad died? I laughed my ass off for like an hour.
Thought you were joking.
Justin, as long as she's hot, everything's going to be okay. It's the best advice I can give you. All right, so
That you know what? That is true.
let's just
That is true. She can just find something else to do.
yeah,
I mean, maybe she's a sculptor.
yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe Justin just. What if Justin's
That's
not
not
funny?
She's a wine.
Yeah, but-
maybe she's a wine connoisseur. She can like
Sommelier.
brew her own wine or be a
You brew beer.
beer.
I think
wine.
you
Oh,
step on wine.
Step on wine. Yeah,
I don't know.
Ferment wine. Yes.
I don't know how you do it. All right. Speaking of fair, the Texas State Fair, the State Fair of Texas, was held last weekend.
All right, as opposed to the Minnesota State Fair, which happened a few weeks
well,
ago.
all the fairs are going on.
Yeah.
The
And where-
State Fair of Texas
where-
was held last weekend,
where?
and it was
Where in Texas?
I think Lubbock or something.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember. where.
Luckenbach, Texas.
No, but it was the first State Fair of Texas where something very special. It was different than every state fair that they've had from the time they started until 2023. 2024 was the very first and specialist state fair ever. I'll give you guys just one quick guess. I'm not going to make you guess a million times. What was different about this year's state fair that from every other state fair that has ever existed?
And it was an improvement for them.
Or was it just different?
I would say it's an improvement, but people would just say, some people would say they didn't like it. Some people say that I didn't like the change, and some people say that it was not an improvement.
I would say, with being politically correct, I would say in the red state of Texas, which is conservative, I would say a different group of demographic folks were more highly represented at this state fair spotlighted.
Dude, that's super racist.
how would they
You're
do
being
that?
super
That doesn't
racist
make
or
any
homophobic.
I don't know.
Either way,
I don't
you're
know.
being racist or homophobic. What, they let in the gays?
I didn't
so
say
here,
that.
That's it. You know what, Mark? He got it right.
I'm gonna
Texas
say-
let the gays in for the first time.
I'm
ever.
going to say that the fair used to be dry, and now they allow alcohol.
Are you insane?
Could you imagine? Wait a minute. A state fair without
Texas.
alcohol?
Texas.
Come on, man.
Oh, you can carry your guns openly now, right?
So, Teddy's close.
Duh.
This state fair in Texas was the first one ever where they banned guns. Whether you were a legal gun carrying, well, you don't have to be. I learned so much about Texas, okay? But this was the first one where they banned guns. Last year, there was a shooting, and 3 people were injured. So they decided that this year they were not going to allow any guns,
Yeah,
no matter what.
Why would you do the same thing? 'Cause sporting events are the same way. Think about it. You have thousands of people in a small area where alcohol is being served.
Lots of alcohol.
What could possibly go wrong, right? I mean, everything, right?
Right.
Yeah. So
But-
yeah, that makes sense.
So you can't show up with a gun, but you can buy one when you're there.
I'm sure. I'm absolutely
You
sure.
can
of
buy
that.
the gun here and the bullets over
right,
there.
right. But
Okay.
they're selling them there.
So as soon as they
Hang on,
banned,
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go buy a gun, you fucker.
as soon as they banned guns,
I'm angry now.
something very, very weird happened. The Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, and if you know anything about Ken,
Wasn't he impeached?
yeah, you actually, you know what? You need to. This would be a great book. He is a weird fucking dude. So as soon as the state fair people banned guns, the Attorney General from Texas brought a lawsuit against them, saying that people should be able to bring guns to the fair to protect themselves from gunfire at the fair. Now, that's not his exact words, but that is as close as I could get to exactly his argument. They need guns at the fair to protect them from guns.
Isn't that what armed security and off-duty police officers are for? Oh, that doesn't count.
And
right?
they had tons of them. They had
Yeah, I
tons
mean,
of
like
Yeah.
the Minnesota
So
State
the-
Fair,
so
they
there's
have like
peop-
2 police stations
so there's-
on the fairgrounds.
There's people with guns. They're just called law enforcement officials, not just everyday people.
not just random people.
Who just interprets my stand your ground law in the way they is convenient for them, right?
Right.
Like if
Right.
you hurt my feelings, I shoot you. That's I just stood my ground.
Yeah, so-
because you took the last piece of popcorn.
And the thing I thought was pretty funny was they interviewed this guy, and you had to find this guy. They probably interviewed people till they got a guy to say this, but he said he wanted to bring his gun
Of course you did.
so that he could protect his family against gun violence. And I'm thinking, after you have 6 or 7 beers and you have all the things on a stick that are battered up,
Yeah.
I mean, don't you just become more likely to pull your gun out and just start shooting
And probably
people?
just shoot yourself before you're trying to get the gun out of your holster.
Yeah, and I didn't realize this, and you guys probably, I mean, it's such a weird thing. In Texas, you can carry a gun with no license, no background check, and no training whatsoever.
that's
Georgia too now.
That's crazy.
Georgia's the same way. Even rifles, like you could walk around in a rifle with a rifle down the street whenever you want. Yeah,
Stop it.
I swear to God, Georgia is the exact same way. Georgia just passed. This was right before that shooting too. That's why that governor's taking all that flack, because slowly, little by little, he's eradicated every gun law in the state of Georgia, and now it's to the point where it is what you just said, the same as Texas.
So wait, hold on a second. Let me get it straight. I'm in
Conceal and carry. You don't
Anyway,
need a license or anything.
say I'm
You
in
can conceal and
Georgia. I'm in
carry.
Augusta, Georgia. I think that's Augusta, Georgia, right?
That's where the Masters is,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
And I get out of my car and I can sling over my shoulder
Yeah.
a rifle and just walk anywhere I want into any
Well, you
store,
could in- you could in,
restaurant, do whatever.
in Wisconsin as well, in Minnesota too. I think. Remember the shooting? The whole. I mean,
So wait, so
the George Floyd protests with that kid from Wisconsin that crossed border lines with the rifle.
Kyle Rittenhouse.
Yeah, he was able to.
He's
walk-
from Illinois. He was from Zion. He's from Zion, Illinois, and he took an AK-47.
That's right. He went from Illinois to
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait, so
Yeah,
I could just
Wisconsin.
walk down the street, like with my friend. Say the three of us, we're doing something. We're like, hey, we're gonna go do this. We'll park over here. We'll walk down the street, and I could just have a rifle slung over my shoulder. I could walk down the street.
Well, I mean, he walked down the streets in the most volatile situation, and the police didn't even bat an eye, even after he shot 2 people.
No, I think they actually encouraged him. I think they were.
Well,
they
they thought he was
encouraging,
like a vigilante.
like a vigilante,
he was
'cause-
helping out because they were.
Yeah, yeah, they were
Anyway,
actually-
it's
yeah,
just I
so-
don't know the exact laws of all
Yeah,
states.
that's obviously a
but,
different scenario.
but I was just reading the one about Georgia.
So fucked up.
It's weird. I mean, how would you react if you're in a shopping mall and somebody walks in with an automatic gun?
Dude, I'm
I mean,
running.
Who wouldn't, right?
I'm leaving my car. I'm leaving everything, and I'm gone.
Yeah.
I mean, if you see anybody walking down the street with a gun like that, I mean,
Yeah, if I see some
It's
dude with like
scary,
a
dude. There's no
shoulder
reason
holster
for
and a t-shirt, I'm going the other. I'm leaving.
I get nervous when I see the guys at the airport.
Or just
Those are
The
security.
I mean, I know, but I mean, seriously, doesn't that make you a little bit uncomfortable? You see somebody with that. I mean, I don't know.
It's to me, it's always that guy who's like completely unathletic, very overweight. You
No.
could
No,
take the
these
take
officers-
you could take the gun from him like any 17 no any 12-year-old kid could overpower this guy or this girl and just take their gun and start shooting people.
Those
are the ones that scare me.
Not the men and women that I see at O'Hare. They're pretty fit.
Yeah.
with
I don't
guns,
know. I don't know. But I'm just saying, those are the people that scare me. Like those people
I
that should not
understand what
have a
you're
gun
saying, yeah.
anywhere near them.
Yeah.
And that you could just you could be like you
see
tap him on the
Barney
shoulder
Fife
on one
with
side.
you see Barney Fife
yeah.
with the AR-15.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, okay.
And just pull it out.
Yeah.
And last thing, in Texas, college students can carry concealed handguns in classes and dorms.
But they can't have alcohol in the dorm. No
It's-
beer in the dorm.
It just all this stuff. It just seems so overwhelmingly. I need this gun to protect me from that guy with a gun. That it really scared me, and the whole thing that Texas wouldn't like. People fought and were angry that they couldn't have guns at a state fair. Like I just don't get it.
Yeah,
It just absolutely blows my mind.
there it is.
It's a home run. All right, Ted. What's better to not talk and have people think you're stupid, or talk and have people know that you are stupid?
No, I mean, I was just listening to what you were saying, and like I said, it's the funny thing, Illinois, Chicago in particular, has some of the highest gun violence in the country, as we know. I know this is like a talking point that people, there's a knee-jerk reaction.
I think we're trying to change the subject.
But of course,
We
like I
are,
said, but of course, like we have the strictest gun laws because a lot of the straw purchasers.
No, just
get
Chicago
get
does.
their guns.
You can buy guns anywhere in any suburb
Yeah,
outside. Just
sure.
in the actual city.
right, Chicago, but that's where the highest gun
Or
violence
just
is.
go over
Yeah.
to Indiana and buy them.
Indiana, straw or Mississippi, the straw purchasers. Yeah, so I mean,
It's kind of far, but
so obviously there's two schools of thought.
It's a
so
long
does-
way to go for a gun.
so
you
does
could just
having-
go to Indiana.
Yeah, or just having like multiple guns with average citizens make you safer. Because like I said, chances are, yeah. I mean, okay, I get it. With these like mass shootings, I get it. If there's a good Samaritan with a gun, he can probably possibly stop the shooter before they cause more damage, and that's actually happened in a few cases. Not all the time, but I'm sure these new laws are a reaction to those recent mass shootings and probably future mass shootings. Unfortunately, they're going to come down the pike.
So is that your answer to his question?
No, I'm just saying it's a tough situation, but I'm saying there's a
He asked
This
you-
is like
he asked
listening
you-
to Trump.
He asked you a specific question.
What was the question?
Dude, you went on some rant
Mr.
about
Trump,
fucking
do you
gun
like
control.
Mr. Trump? Do you like apples or oranges? Well, I'll tell you right now, a hamburger is probably Ted. Better to stay quiet and have people think you're stupid,
Oh,
or talk and
And
have
the-
people know.
no, definitely. I want them to know.
I think he just answered
I
the
wanted to
question
know.
a few minutes ago.
He just baited me again.
Ted, you just talked and made sure people. No, here's the reason I
Don't talk
asked
about my
this.
crowd sizes.
A former NFL coach, Chuck Pagano, got on a sports talk show and decided to share something.
He's
that
an Indianapolis Colts coach.
he was a
Right?
former Indianapolis coach.
Didn't he have cancer at some point? I think because there was like a feel good story about him a few years ago. He was the coach and they had cancer and then he left and he went in remission and he came back and the Colts still
You know
suck.
what?
But
If he had brain cancer, it would make sense because
Oh, what did he
he
say?
was adamant. He was adamant. I believe it was Thursday, just this last 5 days ago, that the Washington Commanders should change their name back to the Redskins.
wow, that was the hill.
That
he
was
wanted
the hill he
die.
wanted to die on.
Okay. Well,
So,
and what was his reasoning for that?
He's got no stake in the game, right? Oh, and maybe
None
he's got a bunch
whatsoever.
of merchandise he can't sell now.
Yeah, he's got a lot. He's got
He's got Redskin merchandise that he can't get rid of.
I have no idea, but it doesn't even make sense.
Well, he's not. I mean, yeah.
But why do you even? I mean, why do you even bring it up? I mean, it's such a weird thing. And then
And they're not going to do it. Obviously, they're not going to listen.
Of course,
to
they're not going to do
So to even bring it
it
up is silly.
I'll be honest with you. That is such now that in hindsight and retrospect, that term is such an offensive term
It
to
is.
describe somebody.
and it lasted so long.
I know. Just you saying it right now was like, what?
Exactly.
And we're not that far removed from when they were that name.
Yeah,
I mean,
remember,
it could have been.
You remember how it
what,
started?
7-10 years
Yeah,
ago?
because I remember like when it
No,
first started.
not even.
First it was like a murmur protest, then it was like then you wouldn't hear anything for a couple of years, then all of a sudden it picked up speed, and then it got to the point where obviously our culture became more attuned to that sort of thing, and then they finally did it. They actually changed the name. But remember when it first
But
started?
you had to do
but it was just
that.
but it was just a ripple effect.
That was just so wrong.
Horrible.
It was horrible.
When you listen to a Native American liken that word to other, I mean, it's like, oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You would never refer to another person by what you conceive as the color of their skin,
Right.
right? You would never call, this person like that, or I mean, it would be ridiculous.
Right.
And then when you think about it, it is absolutely ridiculous that was the name of the team.
Well, the only term I know is redskin potatoes. That's a real thing, right? Redskin potatoes. That's a real potato.
Are you
To answer your question, Matt, it's better to be silent.
It is because now Ted is.
No, I'm just saying. There's a potato called redskin potato. That's the name of the
and
potato.
you know what?
Yeah, I know, Ted.
Thank you.
Potato.
So you're equating, Ted, a redskin potato. What kind of potatoes you like? I like the redskin potatoes. You're saying that and the Washington Redskins are basically the same.
Oh, that's what they should have changed their name to. The Washington Redskin Potatoes. They should have just inserted potato there. Okay.
You know what? I'll tell you what. I'll give them Redskins if they say the Washington Redskin Potatoes. Yeah. If that's the name of their team, the Washington Redskin Potatoes.
It's a workaround if you need the name that bad.
And you have to say it just like that. I'm absolutely back. I'm back in.
With a big spot on the helmet instead of the.
What would their rival be? What would their rival be if it was the Redskin potatoes?
Obviously, the French fries.
French fries.
Something with corn.
Wait, corn? Like corn and potatoes go together.
Well, I mean, it's different. They're kind of competing with each other.
Corn.
Are you saying corn and potatoes compete?
Well, I mean, they go together, but I mean, they're different. Different foods.
So we've now, Mark, we've now proven staying silent, and having people guess that you might be stupid is much
Does
better.
a potato have an arch enemy? That's what's going on.
Yeah. I mean, what makes a potato taste bad? That would be their enemy, right? I don't know. I don't know.
I love potatoes, and this has just gotten kind of weird.
Yeah. Now I can't eat potatoes because of Ted. Because then
I will tell you, nothing smells worse than a rotten potato.
There you go.
Dude, that is.
I just had one last night.
You had a rotten potato.
Yeah, I bought a bag of potatoes. I was buying them at the store, and when you get to the potato section, I smelled that rotten, foul, like death. Right? It smells like.
Okay, it's not that bad.
Oh, it's bad. It's bad. I just smelled it last night. To me, it's bad. I mean, I'm more sensitive to it than you, maybe. So I smelled it, so I'm like, okay, I have to buy the bag that doesn't have the rotten potato in it. So I'm going through the bags. Of course, I picked the fucking bag with the rotten potato.
You took a big whiff?
I got home, and I took it out, and it was fucking wet.
Oh, mushy.
And
it's always at the
bad.
bottom. It's always at the bottom.
This one was right at the goddamn top. I'm not joking. So I just took that out immediately.
How did you not open it up?
I know. I just took that one out immediately, threw it out in the trash in the alley, and then I cleaned all the other potatoes really good, and then made my baked potato.
And then you bleach wiped your counter.
Oh,
And
it stunk so bad.
And then, just out of curiosity, just standard skin potatoes. Standard skin. Standard skin potatoes.
Wait, what's that
Brown
stuff? What's the
skins.
stuff that the homicide detectives put under their nose, like when you find a dead body? Did you do that before you threw the potato out? That little.
Oh, they used to do that. Yeah.
Well, when I went to the morgue for my EMT class years ago in college, we put Noxzema.
Oh, okay.
Just put Noxzema under. That's what they were. That's what
maybe
they're
that's
handing
what
out.
it is. Yeah.
I think we had that all the time at the house. My mom. I think I used to wash my face with that. Like that was something
My
special.
buddy shaves with it.
Does he?
Yeah,
It does
Duffy
tighten your
shaves with
pores.
that.
Here, I'll be honest with you. I stopped using any kind of shaving cream or anything. I just wet it and just shave.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could tell.
What?
Your skin's gotten really bad over the years.
How, that
You
can't
need to
make a
lather and
difference.
moisturize, Matt. Of course
I mean,
it is. You know how rough on
What?
your skin that is?
Stay moisturized. That's all we're saying.
I don't use shaving. I only use shaving cream like maybe once a month.
You have a beard. What would you use shaving cream for?
Oh, around the beard.
Wait, your hair grows around your beard?
Yeah,
And you don't use an electric shaver?
There's a beard line. No.
It's
Ted?
kind of like the red line in the sand.
Ted, what do you
Beard
do?
line.
Do you do anything?
Yeah, I mean, I use shaving cream, and I just use. Sometimes I'll use it's just like a body wash soap, depending on the length, So, but this.
I think I've just gotten lazy. I think I've just gotten insanely
You know what I hate?
lazy, and
Well,
I just
since
don't
my
care
boys
anymore.
started shaving, they start buying all these different shaving creams and stuff.
Jackass stuff.
Dude, Barbasol, they got some great scents now. It's so.
They got the aloe vera, which is
Oh,
really.
it smells so
They
goddamn
got some good stuff out there. Yeah.
No, Jack's got expensive stuff
Oh,
yeah.
that he shaves with.
Oh, yeah.
But most of the time he keeps
What
that
the hell's
beard.
that, dude?
I'm just saying.
Are you?
That is
No, I'm just
so
saying. No, because I'm just
creepy.
saying. I might. I mean, I'm.
Did you just
about
P
to-
Diddy
Well,
my
you're-
son?
You're talking about Matt. You're talking about your son shaving, and he's over going.
No,
oh,
not
yeah,
about that. I mean, I
that's
like. I
fucking
want.
hot."
I want
Ted,
to try
hands
different
on the
type of-
table.
I want a different type of shaving cream. Is all I'm saying.
What?
I want to feel
You
excited.
picturing Jack shaving?
No, actually, I'm not. I want to
What
get
in
excited.
the fuck?
No, I want to get excited about shaving too, because shaving's kind of. I don't like shaving. I hate shaving, because it's my skin sensitive. So I want whatever. If there's like a high end shaving cream that I can get that makes the job easier, that's what I was referring to. I'm not
Not how hot my son
I'm
is
not
when he shaves.
Not only your son.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Ted! What the fuck?
All right, he was just
Wow. All right, man.
Let's calm
I'm not going to freak out, but all right, before we get to Mark's movie mentions.
Oh,
Too
wait.
late.
Oh, you have a movie mention? Oh, I
he's
left
got
it
a
all
movie
excited.
mention. But before we
I'm
get
sorry,
to
have we
it,
met? Have we met?
Oh man.
we need to talk about the black Nazi in the room.
What?
The black Nazi in the room.
I already said hi to him.
Mark Robinson.
up?
You guys haven't heard this at all? The guy from North Carolina?
He's lieutenant governor, right?
He's the lieutenant governor.
I didn't hear what happened, but yeah, please.
So he's the lieutenant
Of
governor.
what state? I missed
North
it.
Carolina.
Okay.
Okay. And he's running for governor. He's a Republican.
Hello, governor.
A black guy. And he got himself on about 2010, about 15 years ago. He got himself on a porn site and decided to post a lot of stuff. It was called Nude Africa.
So he's
a black guy.
So he's not a Nazi. He's a Republican.
He's a Republican. Yes, he's running as a Republican.
Okay, but he's not on the Nazi ticket. He's on the Republican
He's
ticket.
on a Republican ticket. Okay, so he got on this Nude Africa, and he got his profile on there, and he started posting a
That's
bunch
the
of
name
stuff.
of it?
Yeah, nude. I mean, it's a porn site.
It's called Nude Africa.
Yeah, it's like like hot dirty midgets. I mean, it's just it was a porn site for
When you say Nude Africa, I picture those National Geographic.
well, it's for black.
So wait, so he's not just
Oh.
surfing porn. He's actively posting his own porn.
So this is a porn site, right? Where you get porn, but then you can also post and
Yeah,
talk about
upload stuff and-
your cool porn stuff.
yeah.
This is gonna.
Okay.
This is going.
And he's a black guy, so it doesn't matter. You can be into anything you want.
Yeah.
Right. You can be into the black chicks, Spanish chicks, white chicks. You can be into anything.
So he was into African American women,
Yes.
but the site, the name of this site is kind of like.
It's Nude Africa.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
That's
just
fucking-
it has a connotation. Like I mean, if
I
you
know,
want
I
your
know.
porn site to be exactly what it is, right?
I got
like I'm into wieners. It's just I'm into wieners, right? That's what you're into. Okay, so it's got to have that on there. So he was on there, and he started posting stuff.
Yeah.
And one of the things that he
like
posted,
words or photos.
all sorts of stuff.
Okay.
All sorts of stuff. So one of the things he posted was that in this thing that he described himself as, when people asked him, he described himself as a black Nazi.
no way.
This is okay. Now, I better put in the word allegedly because he hired a lawyer. But yes,
Of course, he's denying it.
it's all straightforward. And here's the thing I wanted to do before we even get into any of this stuff because it's pretty crazy. I want to help anybody who's going to be like a white supremacist or Nazi skinhead or whatever stupid shit you want to do. If you're trying to join one of those groups and you're not a white person, they're literally planning your demise. So don't join these groups. If you're a Spanish guy and you get into a white supremacist group, you're not really helping yourself out. You're not going to be accepted into this group.
But wasn't the head guy of the Proud Boys Hispanic?
Well, Nick Fuentes. I think I think his mom. His mom. Mom was Spanish.
No, there's a different guy. He's the head of the Proud Boys because Nick Fuentes is kind of a skinnier dude.
Yeah.
Where I saw the Proud Boys guy. He's like a bigger, more muscular
Yeah.
guy.
There's
But he's
two of them,
Hispanic
but
too.
he was-
Nick Fuentes, yeah, and he's like the most famous white
Yeah.
supremacist piece of shit.
Yeah.
I think his mom is Spanish and his dad is white.
Okay.
And so he just ignores that part. We talked about this. He just ignores that part. It's no big deal. It's like if you were like a Sox fan and a Cubs fan. Right now, you're just ignoring the Sox fan part because the Cubs suck. Right? You could be both. All right. So Robinson gets he's on this website, and the problem is that they're finding all this stuff out now right before the election. Okay, and he posted a lot of stuff. The man loves his porn. I mean, I'll be right. I'll tell you right now. I appreciate pornography. He does. He is like.
He took it to another level.
He's a Michelangelo.
Yeah, he's a Michael Jordan of
He's a
of
Michael
porn.
Jordan.
Yeah, of porn.
He is the Michael Jordan.
You're
of
just
porn.
you're just like a Horace Grant of porn.
Okay, I am. You know what? That's my problem. I'm always the
why
Horace
did you
Grant
say
of everything.
Michelangelo?
Well,
It's like he's creating porn content.
He's a porn artiste.
I mean, I don't understand that. Well, you meant Michael Jordan, I'm sure.
I'm
He was
sure I
high.
did.
He was high.
All right, so
He's
Mark
drunk.
Robinson,
He's drunk.
and we're remembering that he's a black guy. Okay, he's a black Nazi, and on this website,
Maybe it's like a BDSM
he
thing.
allegedly posted a lot of things. He said that when he was a kid, when he was like 14, he liked peeping in on women in gym showers.
Okay, it's all going downhill, but go ahead. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and here's the thing. You know what? We probably all did. When we were 14, that was probably something that we would have been like, That's a cool thing to do.
If you were at summer camp and you're adolescent,
Yes,
but
yes.
the thing is, you don't post that when you're 60 years old.
Right. So
And
let's
you're a
say,
politician.
So let's say when we're 14, let's say when we're 44, we don't want to tell people we did that stuff. We might joke with our friends.
Stuff we're not proud of.
Right. If the three of us were out, we might be, when I was 14, I looked in on but we don't really, do that. He oh man, this one's tough. He actually talked about, and this is, back in again, like about 15 years ago, he actually said that slavery wasn't that bad and that it wouldn't be bad if it was reinstituted. This is what he's put on Nude Africa pornography website. This is some of the things that he posted.
But that has nothing to do with pornography, so
Allegedly.
I don't get it.
But it does fall in line with his
I'm still waiting for the pornography part.
Nazi thing.
Oh, okay.
This is like his ethos or his belief system.
Okay, so if
I'm thinking this is like a dating website.
it almost seems like
Yeah.
it seems
'Cause,
really.
I mean, if anybody could just post things on it, it's not like a typical
well, they kind of
porn
talk
site.
back and forth. Yeah. So
So it's like an AOL chat room.
So what you
Yeah.
need to know is he's very staunch Republican. He was Donald Trump said that Mark Robinson would be a great governor of North Carolina. So you can kind of get an idea of where he is, right? He described himself as a perv on the website because he said he enjoys transgender porn. And this is
Hey, he's just getting his freak on.
Wait for the reason.
He's just getting his freak
Wait
on.
for the reason. He goes, because it's got all the hot chicks and the dicks without the dudes.
So, was he at P. Diddy parties or not? Was he at a freak off? He had to have been at these freak
Well, I don't
offs.
think he was invited. At this point, he's just a
He was
weirdo.
too freaky.
He's just a weirdo on a
Right,
porn site.
right.
He's not famous.
He was too freaky for P. Diddy.
Well, no, he's not famous
Oh,
enough
by
to
the
be.
way, remember we were talking about how stupid I am and we say
we
stupid
always
shit?
talk about that.
Okay. So P. Diddy was a rapper. He did have hit albums. He was a producer.
Yeah,
and he
I
was a
thought
record
so.
exec.
Yeah.
So all those things, I'm like, I don't know who he
Yeah.
is. But the funny
Well, he
thing
was never
is,
clearly defined. That's why he wasn't really like all a rapper or like an owner or a producer, but he was a little bit of everything.
but he was a freak.
Yeah. Where I
is a freak.
got one P. Diddy question. So P. Diddy hired some really expensive lawyers with probably a multi-million-dollar retainer because he's worth about $400 million. And so when they raided his house, his $50 million mansion, they found 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
Yeah, we talked about that. And dildos.
And then they said, well, and then the lawyer says, well, he just got the baby oil at Costco because it's down the street. And then Costco said, we don't even sell baby oil. So how do you explain that one?
Oh, wait,
Yeah, they
whoa,
do.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
P.
whoa,
Twatty?
whoa.
Yeah, they do.
Whoa.
They sell baby oil. They have a whole pharmacy.
I was
there.
just at Costco today.
You,
that
you have
part-
to go to the pharmacy
No,
department.
that particular one.
Oh, I don't know.
That
There's a whole
partic-
pharmacy
Right,
department.
but do they have a pallet of baby oil?
I'm sure they do. Costco. Yeah.
Not the one by
I'm
his
100%,
house. Not the one by his
I'm
house.
100% sure that you can't buy a pallet of baby oil at Costco.
And
That's. I mean, you could probably get a 2-pack,
Maybe order
or
it
a
online.
5-pack.
Probably order at Costco.com. Order it
Do you,
online.
do you
No,
want
they
to go to Costco.com right now
No,
and
they-
see?
I can't.
No, they
I
said
don't have any
no. They
Wi-Fi
said
in
he
your
went
house,
into
so-
the store. So anyway, on a side note, I guess this because new stuff comes about him every day, which is sort of amusing. I mean, he's already obviously fucked 7 ways to Sunday, but I guess they found someone who's actually more famous than him in one of his homemade little porno videos. But
That's
they're
alleged. And they're,
alleged. They're not naming names now, but allegedly. But someone who's really famous. So
That's
we're
all.
curious-
Everyone in there is famous. He had Justin Bieber. He had every celebrity you could think
Here-
of.
here's
he's
what
got
I
a
don't
picture
understand.
of and
No,
was
this
at
is
his
actually
party.
this guy's actually in a porno. He's actually like doing stuff.
he was recorded. It's not a porno. He's just recorded having sex.
Yeah.
But here's what I don't understand about any of that.
LeBron James.
If I'm doing all that stupid shit,
He's dirty.
if I'm doing all that stupid shit, the last thing I want is anybody recording me. So I don't. How would it
well,
be?
he did the complete opposite because he recorded everybody. Apparently, he had cameras. It was like an Airbnb, man. He had cameras everywhere. So-
what does that
don't
mean?
get it.
What do you think? There's Airbnbs have cameras everywhere.
hey, watch the nanny
Aren't you
cam and the teddy bear.
Aren't you kind of nervous about that every once in a while when you go to Airbnb?
Yeah. Well, I know there's cameras in them, but not like in the bedroom and the bathroom.
Well, some of them actually, some owners did get busted. I'm just making that
Yeah.
reference because some owners did get busted because they were putting cameras obviously in places.
they
where there
they
should
do
be.
have cameras in areas.
Yeah,
I
they
know
weren't
that.
security cameras; they were private cameras
Yeah.
to capture private moments.
All right, can we get back to Mark Robinson because
Oh, yeah.
I want to. This is the reason I'm bringing. I have a purpose for bringing.
Is
this
he in
up,
trouble?
Okay, I have a purpose for
I know
bringing
he's
this up.
running.
Okay. Let's see. He was the same guy who's totally against abortions for any reason, and he actually helped his wife get an abortion.
Okay.
Okay. Somebody asked him about Martin Luther King, and he said, "Get that fucking commie bastard off the National Mall. I'm not in the KKK. They don't let blacks join. If I was in the KKK, I would have called him Martin Lucifer Coon." This
Wow.
is a black dude who's saying
I
this.
don't know why we're talking about this.
But this is why. This is why. Are you ready?
There's a point to this, Mark.
This is going on.
Before all of this, before anything came out, when he got endorsed by Trump and he's running and everything, he had an 83% approval rating from all the Republicans in the state of Georgia.
Okay. The state of Georgia.
The state of North Carolina. Sorry, the state of North Carolina. Okay, are you ready? After all of this stuff came out, and this is just some of it, guess what his approval rating fell to?
80.
69.
63.
Pardon the pun.
After all of this, after all the weird stuff he said,
okay, if you don't
they
understand,
still...
if you don't understand by now,
I don't.
it has nothing to do with the individual. It has everything to do with what the individual is willing to fall in line with the party. So if they don't care who it is, as long as it's somebody that's going to do and say everything they need them to do and say when they're elected. So they're picking a person. Like, I mean, that's all it is.
I partially agree. I can't remember who it is. Somebody famous said, I can't remember who it was. Oh, Mark Cuban said, he goes, even if Joe Biden was still running for president and he was half dead and in a coma, I'd still vote for him. So, so it doesn't really matter. They're voting for the concept of what they represent versus the person themselves. So so some people, that's actually more important than
Well, that's
the
not
person.
at all what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is they're putting up a candidate. He's talking about the party supporting this individual after all these things came out.
Right.
And I'm saying that's because they're putting somebody up there that they think can win and represent what they want.
I find it
all that shit
extraordinarily...
aside, we need this guy in there.
Yeah.
I
Well,
find
that's why
it
they got rid of
extraordinarily
Biden.
difficult to believe that after all of that and all the weird stuff, like, I mean,
Why are you surprised?
the
at this-
self-loathing
No, but why are you surprised
and
at
all that-
at this point?
I don't
Based
know.
on what you've seen for the last 4-year cycle, why does that even surprise you now?
I honestly, I feel like the human race is doomed. Every time I read something like this, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, I could never.
Well, he's not going to win, so it's not an issue. The incumbent's gonna still win.
I don't even know who the incumbent is.
I have no idea who he's running against, but
Well, he's running against. He said he's a lieutenant governor, right?
yeah.
So he's running against his governor.
No, I think the governor is out. It's two
There is a
different
new
people.
governor. No,
It's two different people that are
you're
going
right.
for
The
it.
guy that's in there right now is not running for
Look,
re-election.
here's what you do. You get your damage control team. You just get in front of it. You just want to say, you know what? I did this 10, 15 years ago. I made a mistake. I want to offer my deepest apologies, and let's just move on. Like most people. Because people just love an apology, right? People just love when you're contrite and you apologize,
Baby, it wasn't me. Wasn't me.
Say
You
it
just
wasn't
say
you.
Wasn't me.
Say it wasn't you.
What's the principal? Saudi?
Uh-huh.
Some other dude did it? The Saudi principal?
I don't know, man. I just feel like, I mean, I'm a different person than I was 15 years ago, but I wasn't that fucked up 15 years ago.
Yeah.
That's just such a weird thing. I'm having a problem with people doing that. I don't know, man. It just freaks me
just
out.
like they found the governor of Virginia. They found him from his college days. Like he's in blackface. His buddy's in a Klan robe at a frat party, and they just and it's like everybody did that back then for some reason. It was
Everybody did that back then.
Instead of out of all the outfits you could pick, you had to pick that one. So
Yeah,
and there was a debate whether it was actually him or not. And this is going back 3 years or 4 years. But whoever was the guy still there is the governor. So so
I have less faith in people.
yeah.
I think I have less faith in people than I did when we started doing this goddamn show.
I agree. This guy would have never even been considered for a candidate 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah. Well,
2016.
Well, maybe. I'm just saying.
well, look at the standards. So, remember when Gary Hart was running for president back in the day, and they had one photo of him with the girl sitting on his lap that wasn't his wife, and then he was instantly out.
Because she wasn't hot.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm saying that's
The girl was very
right.
unattractive.
But I'm saying it's a nothing burger now. It's a nothing burger. So I mean, compared to the standards back then, where Michael Dukakis in the tank, pretending he's that torpedoed with pardon the pun, his campaign for president, even though he didn't do anything. It was just that bad optic. So I'm just saying the standards have changed so much in the last 30, 40 years about what can actually disqualify you
Nothing.
Yeah.
I don't think. Is someone disqualifiable? Like, what would you?
Not in the Republican Party, no.
No.
Yeah.
No. It's just weird like that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, man. I'm sorry. I've been we didn't talk about this, and it's been all this stuff has been building up, and he just keeps getting caught saying more and more things. And then, by the way, he hired a law firm to represent him because he said everything's untrue.
Well, I think he's going to sue somebody. He's going to sue someone for libel or slander or something.
And you know who he hired? The guys who are representing Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so all the firm that has represented Trump in all of his, and this is funny, all of his campaign litigation.
Yeah.
They hired him.
Yeah.
They hired that group. I thought, man, that's bad because aren't they like 1 in 10?
Well,
1 in 20?
his New York court case where he basically got, remember he got that huge $400 million fine for inflating the value of his properties. And then claiming that, the government went after him, but only him, even though that's actually common practice in the real estate industry to inflate the value of properties because then you depend on okay, but I'm saying that's before the Supreme Court in New York now that's actually questioning the validity of that ruling.
I don't trust. When you say the word Supreme Court, I don't even trust it anymore.
Yeah.
It doesn't
have
have
the
any.
Supreme Court in New York, not the Supreme Court of the United States.
Doesn't matter. When you say the word Supreme Court, it just doesn't have any value.
I mean, Clarence Thomas, he did get some nice vacations from his billionaire benefactor. I think they bought him like $100,000 RV. Yeah, that's not a bribe, by the way. That's just a gratuity. So.
All right. We're moving on to Mark's movie mentions because, and I swear to you, you want to talk about editing? If you say the word star or wars in this.
What about Starfish?
I'm shutting the whole thing down, just so you know.
I'm ready to shut it down right now.
Starfish.
Oh.
All right.
Star
Let's see.
Trek.
It's time for Mark's Movie Mentions. Triple M is sponsored by Miguel's Rats. Want to get rit of rats? Call Miguel. Do you want some rats? Call Miguel. For all of your rat needs, go to miguelsrats.com or dial 1-800-GOT-RATS. Bam. Ted, you do rats at all? Anything?
That would freak me out if I saw a rat, man.
We got a lot of rats.
Okay, so you would call Miguel to get rid of rats.
I'd run away first, and then I'd call somebody.
Okay, excellent. All right, Mark, what is the movie mention?
All right, the movie I want to mention today came out in 2005, so almost 20 years ago. It's a Western drama. It's called The Three Burials of Mercedes Estrada, commonly known as The Three Burials. It stars Tommy Lee Jones. It was also directed by Tommy Lee Jones, Barry Pepper, Dwight Yoakam, and January Jones. This is a sleeper film. It's 2 hours long, $15 million budget, so it's a little bit longer than Matt's attention span.
About 2 hours.
It's 2 hours on the nose. It's like 121 minutes. The Three Burials, as it's commonly known as. It's a story about the relationship between, and I'm kind of smirking when I say this, but it's a story about the relationship between a rancher, a cowboy, and a border patrol officer in a border town in Texas. Some travel ensues, as does really unique and interesting encounters along the way. And I mean, it's just a good film, and I don't want to give too much away, but the basic plot of the movie happens like right at the beginning, but I still don't want to give it away. It's superb acting. Tommy Lee Jones actually won Best Actor at the Cannes Film Festival. Superb story. It was written by Guillermo Arriaga, and it's based on a true story and also a book. So he wrote the screenplay using some inspiration from a real, true happening, something that happened, and then also a book that was written about something similar to this, or almost exactly like the storyline. But it's really about friendship and forgiveness. Roger Ebert said he died in 2013, so this movie came out in 2005. So Roger Ebert still saw this movie and reviewed it. He gave it 4 stars. The journey and its end will involve more discoveries and more surprises. And somebody said this about Barry Pepper, and I agree, that he's one of the most underrated actors on the planet. I love Barry Pepper.
He did Mickey Mantle, right?
Yes, he played in 61 as Mickey Mantle, Roger Maris.
Roger Maris,
he played
right.
Roger Maris.
He played
in
Roger
61.
Maris, yes.
And he was fantastic in that, right?
He was fantastic.
And he was also in Saving Private Ryan. He had kind of like a co-starring role in that movie. But he's just a great, great actor. This particular movie with him from 20 years ago he was nominated for Best Supporting Actor at the Cannes, not for an Oscar. How he got looked over is beyond me, because he was phenomenal in this film. I mean, his acting, he really goes through a lot in this movie. Tommy Lee Jones is fantastic, and he's a great director. I mean, the movie, there's a lot of kind of like flashbacks that really make this movie great and creative. So a lot of flashbacks, and they're usually like sometimes it's the same flashback, but you see it through the eyes of another person. So you see their, interpretation of what happened or what was going on. So it's really unique. Man, I can't tell you enough good things about this film. It's really, really good. Definitely under the radar, and I guarantee you most everyone listening to this did not see this movie. It just came and went. And, I mean, I saw it when it first came out, and then I saw it again about 6 or 7 years ago. And it just popped up in my mind. I'm like, you know what? Tommy Lee Jones' name came up at something, and I was like, that one movie, and I look back on it, and I watched it. I mean, and I just was like, this is fucking phenomenal. 2005 Western drama called The Three Burials. It's on Apple. It's on Prime. I think you got to rent it. It's like $3.99. YouTube TV is like $3.95, or YouTube, I should say. So you can find it. It's all over the place. Great film.
I like Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, cool. I like
Yeah,
those.
I'm a big fan.
And Dwight Yoakam's great in it. I love Dwight Yoakam. I love
I like
Dwight
those
Yoakam.
type of genre type movies.
Yeah,
as you described.
it's definitely. I mean, I think Tommy Lee Jones was doing a lot of those back in early 2000s and into because he did Hell or High Water, which is more recent, and he also did what the hell's it? Oh, No Country for Old Men.
Yep.
It's kind of like almost.
Wait, Tommy Lee Jones was in No Country Old?
Yeah, he played the sheriff. Yeah.
Yeah, he was in that movie.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just remember the weird dude.
Josh
Oh,
Brolin.
Javier
Josh Brolin. Yeah, Javier Bardem was the bad
Javier
guy.
Bardem.
Yeah.
Tommy Lee Jones played the
Yeah.
Yeah,
Josh Brolin was the sheriff.
Yeah, it's hard for me
No,
whenever
Josh
I
Brolin
see.
wasn't the
Oh,
sheriff.
one of the
Tommy
Brolin.
Lee Jones.
No, but there was another guy, Brolin. He was the one actually that
Josh
was,
Brolin was the star of the movie.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
He wasn't a sheriff.
Yeah, no. Every time
whatever
I
he was,
see
yeah,
Javier
he wasn't-
Bardem, he just seems insane to me. So it's hard to.
He's a great actor.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that guy is phenomenal.
dude. He's really good.
But
Well,
so
I mean,
neither of them are in this movie, but Tommy
Yeah.
Lee Jones is. But this is one not to be missed. I highly recommend it. I don't think anyone's going to watch this movie and get bored or lose interest because the storytelling and the acting is phenomenal. It just draws you in. It's so well done, and I think a lot of it has to do with Tommy Lee Jones and the way the movie's directed. The cinematography is fantastic in it too. That also was nominated for some awards. If not, I think it might have won some awards at the Canes again, not at the Oscars. So yeah, I highly recommend it. It's commonly known as The Three Burials, but the full name is The Three Burials of Malquedas Strada.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
never heard
don't
of
think
that
I've
movie,
ever.
I never even heard of it.
2005. Yeah, I know. It's like one of those. It's long time ago now, 20
Yeah.
years ago. So it came, it went, and now it's just
That's funny. It must not have been popular because I feel like even if I haven't watched a movie, I've heard of it.
It was a low budget. I mean, $15 million.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's nothing, right? I mean, shit, nothing.
Well,
15
now,
million.
yeah. I mean, some
Nowadays,
guys,
yeah.
people are making 15.
You know,
million.
it'd be funny on a side note. You know how you get these movies they make the movies they make these days are what, like the budget's like $100 million or something
Of course,
crazy.
yeah.
Even the ones without the special effects or the AI. You know, it'd be kind of cool if you took like the best director and the best producer, and instead of getting like an actor, like like an accomplished actor, just get some random dude off the street and see if you could make him fit that role. Then we'll see how good your directing is. Just an average guy.
I think that happens a
Yeah,
lot.
I
I
mean,
think you're right. I think
for
there's
like
a lot.
for like a lead role.
But
I
you
mean,
know
like a
what?
lead role. This is the star
No,
that no one's
Ted-
ever seen.
I love what you're saying
What?
because no. Here's the
Are
deal.
you deaf?
You couldn't make someone who's a shitty actor.
There's no
a
such thing
non-actor,
nowadays.
a
No.
non-actor, just a guy. He's
Oh,
he's
okay,
working
no,
he's
that's
working
stupid.
he's working in he's working in a repair shop.
I thought you were talking about like an actor,
No,
like a
no,
working
no. I'm
actor.
talking not an actor at all. That's why that's the catch. So you take a guy who has no acting experience at all, and you just just say he has the look of whatever role you want him to have. That's all he has, or her. And then now you're the director and the producer and the assistants and everything. Can you make this guy look good?
Of course not. That's like saying an average Joe play baseball. Can you make this guy make
No,
a
well,
professional
a movie's
baseball?
different.
Here,
A
here,
movie's
it's
different.
exactly
here's
the
what
same.
it is exactly the same. It's a skill set. Somebody has to know how to do it. If you don't know how to do it, you can't make
Yeah.
it
Do you
it.
think someone could
I thought you were
pretend
gonna
to
talk
be
about-
all the people Tom Cruise is?
Here's where I agree with you.
Les Grossman.
Here's where I agree with you, except for the average Joe guy. There are hundreds of thousands of actors
Yeah.
in this world that
No-name
do
actors,
theater
yeah.
that nobody knows who they are,
Yeah,
and
sure. They're probably talented.
amazing.
They're probably talented.
Yes, they're amazing actors, but nobody knows who they are. The problem is these, producers and these the companies that fund all this, the studios, they know that they need to draw out the box office. So no matter how great a director is, how great a producer is, and how great the actor is, if nobody knows who the actor is, the movie's probably not going to make as much as they want it to make.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's,
why do you think?
It's ridiculous. That's why they. That's why.
No, I'm not even talking for the monetary gain. I'm just talking about as a challenge.
That's all they think of.
But as a challenge, just say, can somebody enjoy a film, or could it be nominated for a best picture or something with just somebody who can someone knock it out of the park? And I think there's people out there that could. I actually think there's
well,
people.
It happens
Yeah.
a lot more than you
Yeah.
would think. Like, for instance, another Tommy Lee Jones movie. That movie, The Client, right? I think it was called The Client.
I think, are you not thinking about Under Siege?
No.
I loved Under Siege.
I love
There's
Under
a movie
Siege.
about a guy who kills himself, and the kid was in the car, and then
Oh yeah,
and that kid never acted before. That kid was like
That was a John Grisham one.
yes it was. Yeah.
Oh, great book.
I don't think it was called The Client. Was it called The
I
Client?
think it was called The Client.
But it was about the kid who witnessed it, and then he didn't have an attorney, and Tommy Lee Jones was like the state's attorney, and this guy was a famous person. But anyway, that kid, like what you're talking about, Ted, this kid had no acting credits to his record at all.
Well, actually, you know
and
who?
that kid was like,
Yeah.
he made the movie.
And you know who else? Kim Jong, Ken Jeong, the one from The Hangover. I don't think he had any acting experience at all. He was like a doctor. He was like an emergency room doctor.
Oh, before that movie.
yeah.
No,
And they put
He,
him-
so he was on TV. He was in.
Oh,
he was in
okay.
one of my favorite shows of all time, Community.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But yeah, but he had started. He was a doctor.
Yeah.
And then he just started doing this stuff.
Yeah.
And he is. I mean, he is.
Yeah. Well, he kind of stole the show.
But so on the flip side of this,
Fuck
there
me,
are
fuck you.
on the flip side
Leslie
of this,
Chow.
there are like hundreds and hundreds of movies where they do like an open casting call to try and find somebody to fill this role, and they end up going with the super famous person. I'll give you an example. The Batman movie with Robin, the Batman and Robin movie, they did open casting for like 6 months. They were looking for somebody to play Robin, and they ended up going with Chris O'Donnell.
That was
But that, I mean, that's
He's
who they
too,
went.
he's too big because Robin should be a lot smaller. Because when you look at Batman and Robin, like, remember when Adam, the guy who played Batman back in the 70s on TV,
Adam West.
Adam West, yeah. So so Robin was considerably physically smaller.
Oh,
than
he was
Batman.
a child.
No, he wasn't. That was
No, he wasn't a child, but he was a young guy.
No,
he was almost like an
supposed
adolescent.
to be a teenager.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's what it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're absolutely right.
So I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, so just physically, like, you don't want
What was
your
his name? You remember Robin's name?
Oh,
The actor,
no.
famous guy
Wait, in
from Batman, Adam West era
Yeah, no.
Batman.
What's his name?
he was a famous actor.
Well, he's. I mean, we know his name.
I don't know his name.
I can't get any Wi-Fi in here. My phone's like.
I can't remember his name.
If you got to look it up.
So hold on, you want me?
Because I watched that show, but you know who the actors were when they said their names. No, he's not super famous that everybody would know him, but I just remember his name. I can't remember it because I'm an idiot. See, that's why this is why we need to produce it.
I have no. Wait, hold on. I got Burt Ward.
Burt
played-
Ward,
Burt Ward,
Burt
yeah.
Ward.
He's a nobody.
Well, back
The
then
only
he
reason we
was.
know him
He
is
was-
because he was on
He
Batman.
was somebody.
But if
Johnson.
you would have said Burt Ward, I go, oh, Robin. We know who he was.
Really? Because you could have said Burt Ward 1,000 times.
Oh, if you said right away, I knew who it was.
Without
I
looking
just
it
forgot.
up, yeah, I would have never figured that out.
All right, we'll
in a
go see the
million
Three
years.
Burials instead.
Yeah, and
Or
then,
go rent it, go stream it. You can't go see it anymore,
yeah,
unfortunately.
and you can't. I mean, you can't. Yeah, all you can do is stream it, right?
Yeah.
Is there Redbox anymore? Does that exist?
I think
Yeah,
it
it
does.
does, yeah,
There's
they
one
have
at
it
the
at Walgreens,
one at the
yeah.
Walgreens on Nagle
Yeah.
in Milwaukee.
Wait, what?
You know,
Yeah.
because you know why? Because I tried.
There's
to,
one around here.
I tried to tip it over the other night. It
Yeah, there's one at
didn't work.
Walgreens, outside the Walgreens.
Instead of cow tipping, I tried to tip
Oh,
over
you know,
the
I
Redbox.
learned. You know how DVDs are pretty much obsolete, right? In my opinion,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
don't have one.
No one has
You know-
DVDs.
Yes,
Shut up. Where do you have DVDs?
not me. I have a lot of DVDs in my house. I don't have a DVD player anymore. They're obsolete for me.
Ooh, you know
For
what?
You and I, we don't have.
You know what's weird? Upstairs, I have a DVD player. So
Okay.
if you want to
So-
come over and watch
so-
DVDs,
so listen,
So put
hang
your
on.
chocolate in his peanut butter. Oh, I mean that can come out right. Sorry.
No.
Yeah.
It didn't. I'm talking about DVDs.
there's no way it could work. Okay.
The market for DVDs. I just learned this because I was in Michigan with my cousin. She just bought a brand new, like RV that they trailer. They go camping a lot. That's where DVDs are. They have a ton of DVDs in a DVD player because sometimes you can't get a signal. You
Yeah.
can't stream.
Makes sense.
If you want to watch any television, you're going to watch a DVD. all these RVs are coming with TVs and DVD players.
Wait a minute. So the idea behind an RV is you go somewhere and experience that place.
All right.
But
forget it.
instead,
I know you're
people are going to just
disparage.
watch movies. So instead of
At night when the experiencing is over.
no, you know what it is? It's that same thing.
Have
where
you ever seen
bring
some
your-
of these RVs? It's like you're bringing the luxury to the campground.
It's
This
no,
thing
it's
is
yeah, they're pretty
amazing,
nice,
dude.
yeah.
Oh my god,
It seems like the stupidest thing in the world.
tankless water heater in there.
You ever see a $200,000 RV on the inside? I never have, but those things look
Yeah,
pretty sweet.
I have.
This thing was amazing, dude.
Yeah,
Amazing.
but it doesn't make any sense to me. An RV makes zero sense to me. First of all,
Well,
when I go on
it's a very
vacation,
popular thing.
But when I go on vacation, I don't want my shit. I want to get away from my shit.
Yeah.
You know what? I want to bring as little shit as possible, and I want to go to a new place where they have their shit. I have a little bit of my shit, and I want to just experience what's going
totally.
on.
I mean, I get it.
Plus,
I mean,
but-
I could totally.
So
do
if you
that.
spend $100,000 on a plus on an RV, you got to drive to the location. So let's just say you want to go to the Grand Canyon, you got to drive 17 hours to get there, opposed to
they
flying there.
They do traveling. They do like trips, like 2 or 3 trips, like long trips
Yeah.
a year. But most they just take the camper 20. They live in McHenry County. They'll take the camper like 20 minutes from their house at a campground on the lake and just hang out, make it that their weekend. And I mean, it's awesome. It's a lot of fun. And there's actually Kelly, my wife works with somebody. She's in a club. It's like an RV club where they all meet up.
there's clubs
They
for
do. They
everything,
all
yeah.
meet up like at the same campgrounds.
Is it called Dorks or
locally?
Us?
Oh man, you're such a negative person.
No, that's
I mean, you just
ridiculous.
disparage everything that you don't
so wait a
like
minute.
or understand.
So you go
'Cause
20
you
minutes
don't
away.
understand it. It's stupid.
No, you spend $100,000.
People have
to drive
fucking-
20
well,
minutes
what's
away.
it? People have so. The difference is people have like vacation homes on the lake. They go up there. Sometimes it's only 45 minutes from their regular house. They go up there every weekend. Places in Wisconsin are an hour away.
That doesn't make much sense to me either.
Okay,
I know. I got to be honest with you
but
because
the RV you have the ability to go everywhere. It's not just the same place every time, and it's a different environment. And people are like camping, and some people like camping in RVs.
There are a subsection of people who like RVing.
Matt, it's a multi-billion-dollar
Just
industry.
like
It's
Elkhart.
massive.
Elkhart, Indiana is the RV capital of the country.
they have the RV Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
It's not the RV capital of the world. It's a conversion van capital of the world.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's like
But they have the
conversion
RV.
vans.
I think
they do have the RV
in
Hall of Fame.
Elkhart,
Yeah.
they have the RV Hall of Fame. I pass it up every time we go to Fritzy's. I pass it up, and every time I do, I send them an email, and I'm like, "I want you on the show. Please come on the show. I want to talk about RVs."
And they've ignored you up to this
The
point.
Hall of
so,
Fame.
So that's why you have
Could
so
you
much
imagine?
vitriol for
yeah,
them.
but could you
You've
imagine?
been ignored.
Yeah, well,
You-
that's
you've
part
been
of it.
ignored.
Yeah, part of it. Yeah, fuck you.
Because you
RVs.
disparage the art. Yeah, exactly.
No, but I mean, could you imagine what the RV Hall of Fame is like? Like, what's the best RV toilet? What's the best RV kitchen? The best driving?
No, they have to have an RV that's probably been on the road the longest. Like this RV has logged the most miles out of any RV.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Out of ever, and it's probably like something from the 1960s.
Right, it's probably got 500,000 miles.
Those airliner. What did it called?
Airstream. Yeah, those metal
Something,
ones,
yeah.
right?
Oh,
with the tube. I love the tube. I like the one that's
So
the tube.
the
Yeah, that's
Airstream.
pretty good.
No, that's the old school
That's the
one.
one.
We were driving to Iowa, and there was a brand new Airstream next to us.
So they have the
They
new
still
ones
make
that
the
look
old-
like the old ones. Yeah,
They do, but this one didn't.
I like the old ones.
No, this one. I mean, no, like
this
2
one
years-
was very
2 years
modern?
ago. The new model looked identical to the ones like in the 50s and 60s,
it's retro.
but more modern.
Yeah,
yes.
obviously.
This one was on a whole nother level, but it was that silver finish and everything, so you could tell it was an Airstreamer.
Right.
Yeah,
but
I
it
like
was
that.
like I was pointing out, I'm like, dude, look at that.
But you pull that with a trailer. Like that's not a standalone vehicle. I've seen
Correct.
people pull that.
Correct.
Yeah,
the RV,
I like that.
the RV my cousin has is they pull it behind.
Well,
Okay.
isn't technically like if you drive it, it's a mobile home. If
No,
you pull it,
no,
it's
no.
an RV.
If you
is
no,
it-
a
is that
mobile
not
home's
right?
different.
Well, it's
than
different
an RV.
insurance. It's different insurance because if you're pulling something on a trailer, that's not considered a vehicle. It's considered something else. But if it's like
Like
the
a body?
but if the whole apparatus is on wheels, that is the So
Well,
it's,
they're
it's
both
still an RV.
They're both recreational vehicles,
Yeah.
but one is labeled something, and the other one,
Yeah.
like what you're saying, is more like a bus.
Yeah, it's like a different.
Yeah, I can't remember the differences, but my cousin has ones that they have to pull it with their.
I like the
truck.
Mercedes. I've seen the Mercedes Benz. It's like a
The
smaller
vans,
van.
yeah.
But it's like an RV, but they're tinier. Those are pretty
Yeah.
cool looking. Not that I'd buy one, but they're
I
kind of
think
cool.
those look stupid.
And you know what? And this is why the people from the RV place don't want to come on, because I just think all of this is fucking stupid and insane.
Of course you do.
No, what? There's things I like.
Yeah, but if you don't understand it, you don't like it. You just
I
disparage the shit out of
completely
it.
understand it.
You don't have
But
any.
pulling it into a campsite, plugging in your little deal, and then watching a DVD, that's not camping.
I didn't say it was camping. I said they go to campgrounds.
That's actually post camping. The camping's over at that point. You got to get some sleep eventually.
Dude, I mean, what's wrong with like okay, you're outside all day long, and then at the end of the day, you just pop up a couple of beers and watch a movie.
You want to put in Linda Lovelace, Debbie Does Dallas. You just want to relax.
Whoa. Are you running for governor of North Carolina, Ted?
Ted's all in the vintage porn.
No, yeah.
It was all like 70s porn he just mentioned.
I like
Ted
you.
likes a good
I
bush.
like you. I can't see the vagina. Yeah,
likes
it's
a
just
big bush.
this is the concept of a vagina underneath
man.
all that stuff over there. Oh man. Okay. I will be the first to admit it. I don't get it, so it's stupid. I will say it.
Point proven.
Yeah. I don't know. That's my thing. All right. Let's put a fork in this thing because
Please.
Ted hasn't had anything to drink.
Or eat.
I know when you walk into Howard Street tonight, will it be a double Crown and Diet or just can I just get the bottle, please?
No, actually, you know what? I've decided to.
I'll take the Crown bottle, please.
I've decided to forego the diet. I'm just going to go double.
I told
with
you
just
that's
some
what you
ice.
should have been doing for years.
Yeah.
I don't know why you
And just
add
sip
that.
it a little bit slower.
Yeah, adding the soda is just terrible.
Yeah. Well,
Horrible.
So wait, so from here on out, you're not a Crown and Diet guy anymore?
just the Crown.
Okay,
The Crown guy.
This is going to be pretty goddamn funny that Ted has literally said right now that he is no longer a Crown and Diet guy.
Okay.
So I'm gonna throw this. I got something right here. Hold on, give me a second here.
It's a box of golf balls.
Is that something,
everybody.
I can lose? Cool.
That Matt cannot
Golf
open.
balls. I'm going to throw the first golf ball to Mark, and I'm going to ask him to read. I got these. I got it personalized for Ted. Here you go, Mark.
No, you.
Take a good look. What does that golf ball say? And it's so funny that Ted, at this point now, said he's not going to drink
Is it his birthday?
Crown and Diet. No.
Is it Ted's birthday?
No.
So it's a Top Flight orange ball, and it says, "Crown and Diet, please!" Exclamation point.
Exclamation point.
Nice.
Because that's kind of the way he says it every time. Can I get a
You
Crown
had
and
these
Diet,
made
please?
for Ted?
I had those made for Ted. And he
Wow.
no longer.
It's a dozen balls that say,
No, I got 2 dozen.
2 dozen says,
And they're different colors. Let's see. They're green, orange, yellow, green, and red.
and they're not going to go far, Ted, because they're Top Flights.
They're going to go plenty
Well,
far.
they're going to go somewhere. Unfortunately, I might not be able to find
No,
it again.
Mark,
I've been playing
Mark,
lately.
they'll go plenty far. They'll go into the woods, into the water. Yeah.
Deep. They're
Into
going to go
the-
deep.
into the
They're
sand.
basically, they don't go far. They go deep. Deep
Yeah.
in the woods, deep in the water.
Yeah. Well, no, these float. So we don't have to worry
Oh,
about
my
that.
God.
And I got them. So they're Top Flight golf balls, very cheap, but they're like 10 times the price because they have little chips in them so Ted can find where they went.
Nice.
Yeah, like parking lots.
And they
Yeah.
glow in the dark. These aren't going anywhere, Ted.
Dude, these are the brightest.
nice. I love
the
these
brightest.
balls.
But I love
Nice.
that. It's so funny because I was going to give these to you after because I had them right here and I didn't want to forget.
Yeah, thank
But now that you're no longer drinking
Give them
Crown
back,
and
Ted.
Diet,
Give them back.
that is the funniest thing.
I'll just use
ever.
them in spirit only. So I'll appreciate it. So
All right.
actually,
whatever.
last time I played, I would like to keep them around for a little bit, more than one hole.
Well, if you want to keep them around, don't hit them. Yeah, just leave them in your car. Yeah, that's the best way.
Use them as a coaster.
Put them on your mantle,
I'll
Ted.
bring that to Howard, and I'll just use that as a coaster to put the drink on top of it.
Yeah, you're going to use
It's
a
like
golf ball for a coaster.
Ooh,
That's
you know
genius.
what? I actually, you know
No,
what?
like the whole box. The
know.
whole box. Just
I
bring the
know.
whole box in.
Ted, you could make. I'm just thinking about this. You could make little
Yeah.
coasters.
Since we don't get any coasters there, we got to bring our own. It seems.
Yeah,
So.
you could get. Oh,
Yeah.
wow!
It's not BYOB. It's BY.
Actually, the
BYOC.
box is actually much cooler than all the other boxes.
It is a cool looking box.
I'm thirsty.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Sorry. All right. So let's do last. This. So you, such a jerk, Ted. You better get a Crown and Diet tonight.
Okay, just tonight, and that's it. One.
No, I'm just
Last
kidding. I
one.
don't
No.
give a shit what you
No.
do. All right, Mark. Last thoughts.
Yeah. Don't be.
What?
Man, almost choked. No, I don't have any last thoughts.
You
I'm
have
gonna
zero
pass.
last
I have
thoughts.
zero final thoughts. No
Okay.
last thoughts.
Ted, last thoughts.
Yeah, I got a final thought. I just saw Oprah Winfrey.
Oh God.
Oprah Winfrey, in a lot of photos recently. So, do you know Oprah Winfrey's been photographed with P. Diddy, Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, and Bill Cosby, and she's just hanging all over them and loving them all to death.
What are you trying to say? She had a talk show. they were the most popular celebrities at one point or another in their in the world.
Right, but I'm just
So
saying,
they were
but it's a
with
double
her at some point.
Right, but it's a double standard when you see a photo of
Well,
someone.
she's not with them now.
you don't
after
like,
the facts come out.
Yeah, but the point I'm trying to make is this will be for another topic. We'll continue this some other time. But when there's somebody who's a famous celebrity now who we don't like collectively, and they were in the same photo with those people way back when they were liked and before we knew all the bad little things about them, there's a lot of hate watching and a lot of what's a hate rage bait when you see those photos. But when Oprah's in the photo, nobody says anything. So that's a little food for thought.
Hold on a second. I think all those people that you're talking about were in photos with other very famous people. Like everybody loved. Listen, until what was it? 10 years ago, 12 years ago, everybody loved Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
You didn't. But when everybody was in the pictures with Bill Cosby,
Yeah.
nobody knew.
Right.
That he was a drugging rapist.
She's
No
not taking
one knew
pictures
that.
with him now.
Right. Yeah.
So it's not like she's.
Is he dead?
No.
Oh.
I don't think so.
Not
But
yet.
yeah, it's
He
not
will
like
be.
she took a picture with him yesterday
we
and
talked
said,
about
Oh my it. God.
still loving him.
Still loving him hard.
Good job with the rapes."
Still loving him hard.
Right? Yeah.
Like the Scorpion song, "Still Loving You." That's
I mean, nobody knew anything about Harvey Weinstein until all that stuff came out, right?
But
nobody knew anything.
everybody famous in the world has probably got a picture with him.
Somebody knew
Yeah.
something.
Well, yeah, but nobody was saying anything. If Ted, if we find out something, okay, let's do this. I'm going to throw it out there. Let's say we find out 2 years from now, we find out something about you, whatever it is. I don't know anything negative about you, except your golf game.
Well, it'll be out soon.
Yeah. But let's say we find out something terrible about you.
Right.
Okay. I don't know. Whatever it is that's terrible.
Okay.
And then I'd be like, "Were you friends with Ted?" What am I going to say? No, I wasn't friends with Ted. Yeah, I didn't know he was a mass murderer. Honestly, I had no idea he was a mass murderer.
And at that point, you will gently distance yourself from anything.
Right,
or all
but
our
the
activities.
pictures are out there. Be like, "Oh, he was on your show for 3 years." I say, "Yeah, that was I knew he was a mass murderer."
That's before we found
Yeah.
the mass graves in the forest preserve.
Right. Once we found out he was a mass murderer and we found a good replacement for him, he was gone in the next 6 months after we found out he was a mass murderer.
That was before I drove him to murder.
We gave him once we found out he's a murderer, we gave him 6 months notice.
Right.
Instead of 2 week notice, give him 6 months notice, and then when we couldn't find anybody, we give him another 6 months.
we put you on a PIP.
Performance improvement plan.
We put you on a PIP.
Just stop randomly killing people.
Ted, Mark and I would like to sit down with your performance improvement plan. We'd like to know just one thing. Ted, are you still murdering?
Is there any way you can do this so nobody finds out?
Yeah. Okay.
Can
Ted,
you do it less
yeah.
conspicuously?
Yeah. Ted,
I
could
turned
you
off
be
the
better.
I turned off the locator on my Apple phone, on my iPhone. Okay, that's a start, right?
So you're saying we're going to learn Ted's middle name soon?
You have a middle name, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah. No, I
once
know
he
his middle name.
once
I
he's a
know
mass
his
murderer,
yeah.
we all know his middle name.
Well,
Oh, 'cause it's like Tommy Lee
Doesn't every
Jones.
assassin,
No, like,
every
yeah.
guy, every assassin has
John
that
Wayne
middle name.
Gacy, yeah.
Or even the guy they busted who, tried to shoot at Trump. They gave his. It's always
middle name.
all assassins. It's always a middle name. Wayne. That seems to be like the popular assassin's middle name. Like Johnny Wayne Brown. Like
Ronnie Lee.
yeah, Lee.
Ronnie Lee
Wayne,
Davis.
Wayne Lee. If that's your
A
middle
lot
name.
of the victims too. John. What was that?
Benet Ramsey.
Yeah.
Wasn't that her last name though? Benet Ramsey. Wasn't it like her parents? Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
We're talking about assassins.
Thank you, Gilda. Yeah. No, just something to think about.
for thought.
Just something to think about. Okay. Here, I'm going to give you a last thought. Ted, you suck because I've never personalized golf balls because I was going to put your name on it, but then I thought if you kill somebody with that ball, they'll have like who's this Ted guy? And be like, I don't know who the Ted guy is. Right? And Ted would be like this. That's me. I'm Ted. Yeah. So I wanted to get something on there.
I wanted my social security number and date of birth and ATM PIN number on it. But this is close enough.
Close enough.
Yeah,
right.
never put your buddy's name on the golf ball, just on the off chance that it goes through the windshield of Alfa Romero. in
You know,
the
Jimmy
parking lot.
Mara puts his initials on him.
Well, he's a buffoon.
Well, Crown and Diet might as well be a social security number.
You know what? I'll bet that's every password. I'll bet every password that Ted uses, and you're gonna have to change them now.
Oh no.
Every single thing is Crown and Diet 1, Crown and Diet 2. Yeah.
No, my password is password, like everybody else.
I know, Ted. I know. Oh man, I could almost see that. All right. Wow, man. You know what? When we get off track, we get off track.
And we stay off track.
Yeah, we stay off track. It's like once the train leaves the rails,
Yeah.
it just flows into the water,
Yeah.
and everyone drowns.
Yeah.
It's the most beautiful thing in the world. All right, keep listening. We got some really cool, very cool people coming up for guests. I'm very excited about this, and no, none of them are Barack Obama. Yeah, but what I'm hoping for is after the election, as things die down, Barack might have a little bit of free time. I might want to talk.
Unless he's running the country, of course.
if you, honest to God, if you say that one more time,
Okay.
I'm going to take those golf balls and I'm going to fucking slap you with them.
Are you going to throw them? Are you going to put them in the water before I do?
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I'll that is. I don't know if I've ever told that story, but one day I'll tell the Pat Garvey story.
All right.
You got to remind me to tell the
yeah,
Pat Garvey
sure.
story. All right. Listen, keep listening. We're going to do all sorts of cool stuff. Tell all your friends, and we will see everybody next week.